If their strategies work, then who are we to tell them? But definitely right now it's working out because it doesn't seem like they're getting any trouble towards them. But I do hear some noise. Is there a potential encounter? That's the question right now. But right now, it doesn't seem to be that way. So surprisingly, we're only down to 58 players. I believe someone kicked the bucket just a while ago, but I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
For now, not yet, not so much. Still remaining with 58 players. We really couldn't. I think they disconnected. I'm not so sure because in the previous tournament it was
Oh,
also kind of common. But for now, I think it's also. I think nothing major is really just happening. We're just waiting to see some action, which could happen later on. But it's still 13 minutes. Surprisingly, um, there haven't been any kills yet.
yeah. I mean, someone went down, but it wasn't a complete kill. And yeah, I don't know. Everyone's just kind of playing it safe, or maybe this map is just too big for everyone. I want to see some action. I want to see like people pulling out their guns, putting out their their shotguns, shooting them in the face, and then turning this game into a rated 18 kind of thing. With all the gore. I'm just kidding, Mike. I'm really. I don't know. Nothing's happening, so I'm trying to make something happen. I'm gonna manifest it, Mike. I'm gonna manifest something. Someone dying within the next 30 seconds.
They're really just very critical at this point. I think one of the factors is the prize pool, and with that,
Mm-hmm.
they have to be very careful, especially that it's still gonna be the placement stages. They have to get a lot of points, and with that, they just have to be very careful not to be the first eliminated. Especially, we're heading on to the 15th minute mark, and no teams have been eliminated yet. No teams have stopped their journey for this game, so they're just really trying their best not to be that first team.
Yeah, and if I were them, I'd really try to play my cards right because that is a delicious prize pool. For PUBG, we're getting 100k MVR. So that's absolutely crazy prize pool. So this one, DCM, they've spotted two teams, the pink one and the yellow one. So Mike, something's gonna happen real soon.
Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully we get to
Yes.
see it. But I think that those were still warning shots. They were able to get out safely, and they could actually look to circle this one around. But they're kind of SDMZ DPZ right here. They're kind of in a situation right here, especially that I think they're at the center of four teams. They have to be very careful at this one because it looks like Obi-Wan 277 right here is already starting that one, but no one's been hit so far. I think he was guessing that maybe some people were in the car. However, he got shot a little bit from those, but all is pretty good for him.
Yeah, DMT at the distance. And of course, we can see a lot of teams congregating in one part. So a lot of things are going to happen since there's still 15 teams, 58 players, not much early game engagements. I'm not kidding when I say not much because literally there was no early game engagements. And we're moving on to the mid late game. Everyone is just over here, just outside the outskirts of the school. In some open field, so we're gonna expect a lot of maybe grenade gamings, lots of kills, lots of bullets coming in from third parties, fourth parties, fifth parties, and I am waiting for that action.
A few taps right there. Hopefully it gets someone, but it doesn't. And Obi-Wan right here, still looking for potential targets, but I think we won't be getting anyone for now. Still in the 17th mark, no casualties.
Yeah. No casualty. 17 minutes in. Then again, this is Erangel. It's quite a big map, but SDMZ in a really good spot. They have control over this building and they're just watching and waiting for any potential kills. And everyone's just playing it safe. Everyone's just playing it safe. They're just hiding in their buildings, they're in their cars, they're taking position, but they're not really engaging. And you can take a look at the teams, the statistics on the side. Looks like RIP says RIP to one player because there are only two left.
Mhm. Only two left. Yeah, for the side of RP. I didn't notice the kill feed a while ago. I think they could have disconnected. I'm not sure. But oh no. I think only one got disconnected because someone from SDMZ got the first kill.
Ah, right. You're right. You're right. So
Hmm.
SDMZ got a kill from RIP, and then they came in with maybe three players because I believe when the game started, it was already remaining 59. So, oh wow, investigative skills. But yes, anyways, Mike. So we're still 15 teams. This is 18 minutes into the game. I really thought something was gonna happen because everyone was just in one area, yet no one's engaging. So basically these teams right now they're just all playing it safe and they all have the same thing in mind, but look
Oh,
at that,
there we
Rifa's
go.
getting shot at, but still only one on the red but no kills just yet.
For now, the shots have been fired. Rifa already getting injured. Throws the smoke to cover his tracks, goes in for the heal, but it does look like he's being spotted from behind. He's gonna go down, waiting for the recovery right there, waiting for the revive, but they're in trouble. Fantastic, going for a couple of sprays, doesn't hit anyone for now, but will still be very careful. He spots one inside the smoke, he can't shoot it just yet, looking for potential targets. Few taps right here and there, just to confirm it, but still looking for the down teammate, and you won't be getting that for now.
Yeah, and RGC is fantastic. They pretty much gave away their location, but look, Team 7 is in a lot of trouble. They are in the worst spot to be in Erangel right now. They're getting shot at by El Mago by all sides. And so with that, still no one going down. 54 still on their side. Lots on the red. TM7 finally loses one player. Two on the red. It goes the same for BLK. One on the red. They know as well. And look at here on the statistics, it looks like LF and Sky both have two kills. Getting
One.
bombarded by
Grenade is
bullets
there.
and grenades.
Mash
That's
going for
crazy.
sprays.
SDMZ inside the house, but
Grenade.
the other team is
Oops.
not getting hit right.
One down. Oop, there we go. Sahubi with another grenade. Hopefully they can get him out. For now, Sahubi with a Molotov. Trying to get him out of there. He's so low on health, but it does look like um he's gonna get killed. The grenade to finish it off. For now, he's gonna go for the revive and waiting with his teammates right here to get the chance to fight back. For now, with EMC's last member, that's gonna be low on health as well. For the side of Deno, they're all so good so far. They have secured a little bit of safety from there, but they will be safe for now.
Yeah, and they'll all have to rotate within the circle sooner or later because right now this is stage 5 of the circle. If you get hit by that danger zone, you're gonna take a lot of damage. But look at here, everyone's just taking position. Some of them favorable to the circle, some of them not. Syndicate over here trying their best to rotate, but Ao's getting shot at. But unfortunately, it does not result to any kills.
Mhm. Once again, still from Syndicate, one member is currently down. Mintu, grenade up, be ready for the throw, hoping to get one. But he almost gets another grenade, but a couple of sprays. Mintu spots one, but he does go down and he gets eliminated right here, and that's gonna be an elimination for now. Matu from Familia Esports will be holding this one, and at this point, I'm waiting for the rest of his team. It does look like he is alone right here. He has to do this. He has to win this. For now, Axis from Lawrence Esports once again gets a few taps, and he's gonna go for the grenade, hoping to get them. With T4 TH4 KM9, we are back at it once again, rolling another grenade, and I think they're just clearing them out, and they do.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. And that, look at the map. There's just a Technicolor vomit all over the place. EMT not in a good position. Hunter, however, throwing those utilities in, trying to see if they can get a kill on their own because so far DMT, how are they doing right now? Looks like they only have one elimination so far. SDMZ is doing great, however, 4 kills. OPZ with 5. But OPZ, on the other hand, they are in trouble. Lots on the red, and they are getting surrounded by several teams. And so it's not looking good for them. It looks like they will have to take their bow for now.
Suhan, very low on health, going in for the heal, and I think he does make it to life. He used to be going in for the smoke, red spotted, the shotgun, shooting him through another couple of sprays before he goes down, going in for the elimination, and Ahupo helps the team right here as he takes another one down. For now, he's gonna go for the revive, but does look like he gets spotted. A couple of shots and one last shot for him to get eliminated. He goes for the heal, and he tries to make it out alive right here. Vito from behind, still trying to connect those shots, but they have to look for the placements.
Yeah, now Lance Esports are on our screen. They're trying to get some kills as well, but it looks like they won't be getting some just now. Another team rotating in down the sky. And look at that! Tams getting those kills one after the other. That's absolutely crazy. But he does get taken down from the back, and it's over for him for now.
Ooh, Lawns Esports again with the car going in. What a great entrance, but the shots didn't connect. That's gonna cost a lot right there. For now, he's gonna have to go through the first floor. That really costed them a few of those power points. For now, once again, going in for the revive of his teammate, the grenade to hopefully clear that out. But Syndicate right here will be eliminated, and now we're down to the last 6 teams. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. What's like C?
Hey, jumping in from the roof and getting shot down, but Karma gets him really fast. Rolex is still alive, keeping his teammates alive. That launch. It looks like they're doing quite well. Exist has 4 kills to their name, needs a revive, but Rolex is there to save the day. Now we're down to 4 teams, 12 players remaining, and this is 24 minutes into the game. DMT still in the game, AKZ at the distance. They are giving away their location with all those bullets, and it looks like Rolex will be going down by the hands of DMT.
Sane, just proning right here, hoping not to get spotted because I think he's heading towards a full team right here, and he has to play this one very carefully. Sky is down to the last 2 members right here. Really good. They made it out of the top 4 with 3 eliminations. But for now, they will be taking their time right here. The grenades being thrown at. It's just gonna be game of dodgeball.
And that's the thing with open fields late game. AKZ is doing really well, however. Look at that. They are out in the open, but still they're alive. EMP on the ground. And they're trying to get some bullets in, but it looks like it's not really doing it for them. Lawns, however, gets another kill in the bag. And LF Skyforce gets eliminated. Now we're down to 3. This is Lawns, AKZ, and DMT going in, trying to get first place.
And now down to the last few teams right here. With the last 2 teams, it's gonna be AKC and Blondes. Esports, one of the familiar teams, and I think AKC has the highest chance right here with 4 of their members currently alive. And for now, just gonna be smoke, a lot of grenades. It's just gonna be like that for now, especially that the circle is still quite big and the landscape is kind of increasing, like a hill. And it does give them a lot of security, a lot of protection. But for now, Manu 7 will take one down. Rolex takes one down as well, and he's gonna go for it. Exits goes for the sprays. The shotgun goes there, and it does go through. The last member is still alive. That's gonna be, of course, Itachi right here, currently reviving his teammate, and the last member from Lons is gonna be Exis. Could be fighting this one alone and hoping. I think Rolex is exposing some information from Axis. And I think that ends it with our winner chicken dinner going to Akazaya Esports.
Well, you were right about that. The numbers were in the advantage on Akazaya. So congratulations to our first winner chicken dinner for this PUBG match. That's absolutely crazy, Mike. So I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen in the next map. But for now, I think we will be going on for a break. So, Mike, I'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai live
Fornu gavi buli hayata netum gulila nita kummisaki mezuga e fresh game ga kuluru speed ga e PUBG gana snap kore esa ka meme taka e furi feed ga e teku toku fura e fit check taka ve OG fasha e sali trend ka e ki bajiduwa
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eruma eko haru fatuga tibe hos maguta magutung ufala libe huwa fenta fuga veche libe fa
Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai live
Fornu gavi buli hayata netum gulila nita kummisaki mezuga e fresh game ga kuluru speed ga e PUBG gana snap kore esa ka meme taka e furi feed ga e teku toku fura e fit check taka ve OG fasha e sali trend ka e ki bajiduwa
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eruma eko haru fatuga tibe hos maguta magutung ufala libe huwa fenta fuga veche libe fa
Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai live
Fornu gavi buli hayata netum gulila nita kummisaki mezuga e fresh game ga kuluru speed ga e PUBG gana snap kore esa ka meme taka e furi feed ga e teku toku fura e fit check taka ve OG fasha e sali trend ka e ki bajiduwa
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eruma eko haru fatuga tibe hos maguta magutung ufala libe huwa fenta fuga veche libe fa
Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live Jassali ma fighti live
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai live
Fornu gavi buli hayata netum gulila nita kummisaki mezuga e fresh game ga kuluru speed ga e PUBG gana snap kore esa ka meme taka e furi feed ga e teku toku fura e F2 Chekutaka, be OG Fasha, Esali Trendaka, Eki Vajidua.
Furusato liberi technology libe kori eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hos baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fenta fuga vecce libe fa
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
Fonuga vibuli hayata netung gulilani takummi saki mezuga e fresh gameuga kuluru speeduga e PUBG ganda snap kore esaka meme taka e furi feeduga e tekutoku fura e fitu cheku taka be OG fasha e sali trendaka e ki vajiduwa
Furusato liberi technology libe kori eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hos baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fenta fuga vecce libe fa
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
Fonuga vibuli hayata netung gulilani takummi saki mezuga e fresh gameuga kuluru speeduga e PUBG ganda snap kore esaka meme taka e furi feeduga e tekutoku fura e fitu cheku taka be OG fasha e sali trendaka e ki vajiduwa
Furusato liberi technology libe kori eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hos baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fenta fuga vecce libe fa
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
Fonuga vibuli hayata netung gulilani takummi saki mezuga e fresh gameuga kuluru speeduga e PUBG ganda snap kore esaka meme taka e furi feeduga e tekutoku fura e fitu cheku taka be OG fasha e sali trendaka e ki vajiduwa
Furusato liberi technology libe kori eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hos baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fenta fuga vecce libe fa
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
Fonuga vibuli hayata netung gulilani takummi saki mezuga e fresh gameuga kuluru speeduga e PUBG ganda snap kore esaka meme taka e furi feeduga e tekutoku fura e fitu cheku taka be OG fasha e sali trendaka e ki vajiduwa
Furusato liberi technology libe kori eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hos baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fenta fuga vecce libe fa
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
Fonuga vibuli hayata netung gulilani ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಡುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ PUBG ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫೂರ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎಸಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusan delivery technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta magutung ufala libe huwa fenta kuga veche libe fa
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನಟುಂಗುಳಿಲ ನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಡುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ PUBG ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫೂರ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎಸಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusan delivery technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta magutung ufala libe huwa fenta kuga veche libe fa
The first map, that was Erangel with the victory of Akazaya Esports. So, once again, we are your casters. My name is Annie, and tonight with me is Mike. And there you have it, our first chicken dinner winner with 21 match points. So, Mike, what did you think about that previous match?
Well, it was really good. I I really, honestly speaking, I didn't really like that much when it started first. They really took their time, and although I understand it's a game of familiarity with the teams, but in the end, it was a good game because it's compared to most finales of games in PUBG. You can you can kind of predict it already. You can kind of see on how they play or which teams are gonna win, especially when they battle it on in a flat area. But with that, in game number one with Erangel, they really fought in a hillside, and that's good because you can't just predict. You cannot just predict which teams are gonna win by that one. There is always a possibility that the other team would win, and though it had the numbers advantage for the Akazaya Esports, it was I think they were only one member ahead with the other team, and that gave though they still have the chance. Lons Esports also had the chance to fight against them, but nevertheless, it ended with Akazaya, with the Akazaya, and with that, here are the top players. Ooh, there we go. With the first holding once again, that's gonna be from the Akaza. That's Manu 17. From the Lons Esports, that's Exis, and then from Akaza in the top four, that's Maha, and for the number three, that's Fisherman from DMT, and Mintu from LF.
Yeah, I mean, Mano definitely gave a lot of damage and eliminations to Akazaya, so that's just gonna add up to their cumulative points for the leaderboards. And of course, I saw X's pretty much dominating that game. That was absolutely crazy. And props to both Akazaya and Lons Esports. They were some of the best teams performing in that previous
Mm-hmm.
match. And of course, we saw AKZ. They did get that chicken dinner. And of course, they are first place. Coming in second is Lons Esports with a total of 15 points. And of course, the DCM's DMT on third. SDMZ Cyanide on fourth, and then their brother flag, that will be SDMZ Esports coming in sixth. Skyforce 7, SDMZ once again. OPZ 8, Syndicate 9, La Familia 10, Deno, SDMZ BLK NG, and etc. Lots of teams still on zero, so hopefully they will perform a little bit better in this next map, which will be Miramar. Mike.
Mm-hmm. And with that the points a while ago, it was still game one. They still have chances right here. We still have they all still have 12 more 11 more games rather to prove their worth and to be able to place into the finalist. I mean, not really 11, sorry, 17 more to finally get their hands on the final placements.
Yeah, and I really hope to see that happen. It's still quite too early to say, this team's gonna fall off or this team's gonna win because, of course, this is just the first map, and on battle royale genres, there's always the element of luck. Especially with the circle, where you landed, where your drop off points are. But right now, we are in Miramar. You'd expect that there's a lot of open space. You'll need a lot of vehicles, and then you need to gather your resources and then eventually choose an area where you can kind of just wait on for any engagements. And we can see our number one team so far, Akazaya Esports, doing their thing, looting the place and getting ready for these next engagements.
Mhm. For now, still, um, nothing much. Especially it's still the beginning, but 2 minutes into the game, and I think we can already predict an early engagement.
Hmm. Yes, and hopefully that's gonna happen soon. BLK with Tranquility outside. Who has the advantage? That's something we don't know just yet because it's still quite early on in the game. Of course, we can expect that people don't have the best of guns just yet.
Hmm.
So it's all a matter of how they play, safely and who gets the luck on getting the good meta guns. But for now, it seems that we won't be seeing that engagement just yet. Everyone's just playing safe.
For now, that's gonna be it. 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the game. Still, kind of the same thing that's happening last game, but comparing it for both of these teams, for comparing it for both of these games, I think right now we can see some action, especially the two teams have already occupied one area, though a bit far, but they are already expecting their presence.
And they know they are there. I mean, you can see the movement, perhaps the footsteps as well. They know they're there, they have that information, but they're not engaging just yet. And BLK, they're playing it safe. And Tranquility, they don't want to give away their location either. So both of these teams, they're just waiting it out, trying to see if they can get some pickoffs, whoever will make the first mistake. And so, it's just a waiting game for these two teams.
Mhm. And once again, for SDMZ BLK, they could be looking for a chance right here. They might have that chance, and it, I think I can. That's what I can say to all of those teams, because we can't really just predict yet because we're still 4 minutes into the game and nothing's happening so far. I think they have already respected each other's presence, but that's just gonna be it. They have to. They're still looking for some loot. They have to gear up before they can go for placements, before they can go for elimination points. But yeah, once again, it's still gonna be it. Nothing major is happening.
Yeah, and you mentioned it a while ago. There's nothing happening so far in the early game. And that's like kind of a deja vu from the previous map as well. These teams, they like playing it safe. We're still 59 players up, 15 teams, and we're already almost 5 minutes in. So these teams, we can expect that maybe in the next 17, 16 rather, 16 maps, and that doesn't sound right. Yeah, basically 16 maps. They're gonna be playing it safe a lot. We're gonna be seeing a lot of these, quiet early games, and everyone's just gonna, take advantage of that tranquility and peace in order to like loot the
Mhm.
place up.
Yeah. Once again, still, that's gonna be it. No eliminations for all of these teams, but it does look like Deno already lost one member. I think he got disconnected. For now, still looking at all the other teams. There isn't really much we can say, but it does look like we have already seen these familiar teams and they have won previous tournaments. For Tranquility, um, what I've noticed, what I've observed about Tranquility, the past tournaments, it, they they do like to play slowly because on the first few days of the tournament they didn't really perform that much, but during the last 3 days, I believe, during the last 3 days of the previous tournaments, Tranquility was able to rack up a lot of points, and they were just able to climb through the top ranks. For Lons, I also I also think that their strategy do kind of match from their strategy last tournament because they've already won pretty aggressive, and right now they're going aggressive as well. So we could notice some potential winnings for the side of Lawns Sports.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. Lons actually performs really well during their tournaments. So lots of things hinging on them. Hopefully they perform well as well in this tournament. And looking back at the screen, of course, Tranquility, they did make a name for themselves in the previous tournaments. Wonder what's gonna happen in this tournament. So far, there's still 0-0 on the scoreboard, and of course, oh, they're trying to change that right now. Though it looks like Maxi will be giving the first few bullets against BLK.
Once again, still familiar Tranquility. They've already um, they've already maintained it this way with the other team with BLK. They've already played that since a while ago already, so they have to. I think I think they're planning to end this one, but for now we're gonna be heading onto the 7th minute and 30-second mark.
And that seems to be the case. After that exchange of bullets, not really exchange, it seemed a little bit one sided, but after that one sided bullet exchange, it seems that, we're back to a little bit quiet Miramar. But I do hear something. I do hear something happening, but no one's appearing in the kill feed just yet. No one's losing their lives. No one's going down. No one's getting, you know, kicked off the map just yet. So everyone is still biding their time, waiting to see if they can get a pick off early on and try to get that numbers advantage. But so far, none of these two teams are letting up just yet.
Tranquility still maintaining their spot, but once again, looking at the map right now, we could be closing in, and we could be heading on to stage two, I believe. But seeing the map right here, the teams are pretty much divided equally, though the new circle seems to be favoring for at least five of these teams, five or six, and some of these teams are heading onto it. But for PLK and Tranquility, it does look like a few teams are gonna join their party later on if they stay here. So yeah, this could spell trouble for both of these teams, and I wonder who's gonna make it out alive.
Now, that's the question because Tranquility, they are going on the offensive. They know that BLK, they're down and they've received a lot of damage. And here, Tranquility, they're taking that risk and they are reaping the fruits of their labors. Two down on the side of BLK and Tranquility. They already have one elimination on their side and they're hunting down the rest of these players. What the?
Does okay, a knockout right there, an uppercut from. It was just so funny to look at. I forgot who did it, but yeah, I think we have a knockout kill right there, and with 2 points for Tranquility's name right here, they could be looking at a possible win. For now, it's looking good for all of them. I think they're just racking up those points for a chance to win that winner chicken dinner.
And for BLK, it's not looking good for them. They're only down to two players thanks to Tranquility storming their building. And now they're looking for a third possible kill, hunting down the last two players of BLK. Lots of bullets coming in. And Paradox, however, gets Cali down, but it's not a complete elimination just yet. BLK, numbers disadvantage, but that gun is just doing it for Paradox. Two down on the side of Tranquility. Will it be a contribution? So looks like it's not happening just yet. Tranquility, they have a chance to revive. However, they cannot. They just cannot get BLK in this building.
Titan fighting his way into it inside the house. A couple of sprays going in, but it does get killed right there with a
No.
shotgun and a couple of sprays, but Paradox will claim that eliminating LF Tranquility.
That's crazy. Paradox just turned the tables on Tranquility. He has 3 points in the bag and pretty much just gave off like a revenge kill for Poison and Vile. So that's crazy. Tranquility gets eliminated. Three of those thanks to Paradox. And you know what? I'm gonna pay attention to this Paradox guy. He's pretty crazy.
Mhm. And with that in mind, Skyforce could be looking up just for new buildings. Especially no team is around them, so they have to keep it that way. But once again, looking back at these teams with TMT, pretty familiar team. Currently, they're holding the third spot with 10 points, and I think they've been consistent with their strategy from the previous tournaments that they're playing it aggressively, and I think it's working good for them. For Cyanide, it's still what I've noticed generally is just the top teams right now are the ones who have been performing well in the past tournaments.
Yeah, so they definitely have a track record and they are performing consistently in this tournament. So we have a lot of high hopes for these teams. However, it's still quite too early to say that they'll really pull through. But right now, it looks like SDMZ Esports, Zayu to be specific, just kind of checking the mountains trying to see if there's any movement at the distance. He won't find anything though, but won't hurt to check and see if there's any potential eliminations that they could get on their side.
For now, Zayu just looking for potential kills, but it does look like their team right here will not be finding any. With DMT, they could be looking for another place to crash, but for now, they're just gonna be exposed to a couple of teams that are near them, but of course that won't be possible, especially that there are still no enemies around them.
Doesn't seem to be the case. Everyone's just waiting to kind of run into each other. After BLK and Tranquility, it doesn't seem that there's any potential engagement just yet. Until now, Lonzy Sports, I think they've spotted a team at the distance, and if ever they're gonna get some kills, that's something that we're gonna find out sooner or later.
Mhm. Rolex, hiding right here, will not be finding potential threats. But for now, with Nehi, still the rest of the team are pretty much alive right here, and we could be. I think they're just waiting for another for the circle to start again, and they could be looking for potential kills. But for now, that's gonna be it. The circle is once again divided equally with all of these teams. And I think they have a chance to fight back later on, but for now, once again, they're gonna be taking their time.
Yes, everyone's taking their time, and that seems to be the general pattern for these 15 teams. They like playing it safe, they like playing the long game. However, it just so happens that BLK and Tranquility landed around the same spot, and they had a standoff with BLK having the victory for that. But right now, it looks like Lons Nahi is losing some HP, so there's gotta be an engagement somewhere there, and Exis is gonna go and try to rotate into that area and help out their teammates.
Exis, still the rest of the team from One Esports making it out of here alive. Currently, just trying their best to look for other areas to look for potential kills. But yeah, so far so good. We can't really expect a lot of these for now. And with that, SDMZ Esports, they do have that high ground, and they just have to maintain that one in order to finally get some elimination points later on.
Yeah, and that's really important. They have to get those elimination points, but they also have to stay alive to get those placement points. And they will be competing with 15 squads. And Zayu right here has the high ground, really good spot to kind of get those snipes in and, get some extra kills while staying safe. However, they won't be finding any kills just yet. It seems that the safe zone is still quite too big, the play zone rather is still quite too big, but that's gonna change really soon now that we're in stage 3 of the circle.
Stage 3 of the circle right here, still 14 teams remaining. Tranquility being the first team to be eliminated. But for BLK, for with 4 points for this game, but the last two members are currently alive and just trying their best to survive. It could be looking for placement points for the ranking points later.
Hmm. And yeah, everyone's just playing it safe, hoping to get that winner chicken dinner. And so with that, everyone's just kind of rotating into a good spot as the circle goes smaller and smaller. And of course, we'll expect that we're eventually gonna run into someone, and with that, speaking of which, DMT, they probably heard the vehicles of Syndicate, so hopefully we see something exciting happening really soon.
Mhm. Nahil still looking for potential threats, but there won't be any for now. And TDMA, I don't know. For the team right here, I think they're trying to flush him out. Okay, I didn't really notice that one, but for now the grenade going in already. But someone goes down, and that's gonna be Deno. It's the second team to be
Oh.
eliminated. Thomas still getting spotted. Couple of taps, hurts him a lot, but he still makes it out alive inside the car, and he's gonna be plugging it out. He's gonna be hiding right here before they get spotted. But a lot of bullets come straight through, doesn't hit them, but for now they are in complete danger.
Yeah, and speaking of which, there's a lot of teams in this area. However, there aren't a lot of engagements. However, Sky will have to go and reset because they just came out of an encounter with a Deno. And of course, Deno gets wiped out. But over here, Akazaya, they are the previous winners, but they will be running into SDMZ at the distance. So, how will this play out? I'm really excited to see how Akazaya Esports will perform in Miramar.
Maha, and I think he's just staying right here at the border just to um not get killed later on. They could get spotted, and it could end pretty bad for them. But yeah, for the rest of these teams, once again, they all have chances, and hmm, we can't really say much about it. But for now, they will be looking for potential kills, potential enemies. With V2 already getting down, you could be looking for that elimination. Nahi, or I think they got spotted, and they have to hide. They have to hide properly and not to get spotted. But for now, Vito will explode from Thaki from the side of Lawns Esports, looking for another kill right here.
And they are looking for those kills because it's not only the placement points that will shoot you up the leaderboard, it's also your eliminations. And of course, Lawns Esports, they did get second place in that previous map, but will it be enough to keep themselves up in the leaderboards? They definitely cannot be complacent no matter how early on into their tournament this is. Because right now, it looks like everyone's just trying to get a lot of kills in the bag. Syndicate, they are attempting it, but however, they're not engaging just yet. There is a team nearby, but over here, Nahil tries to get the first shots in the bag,
Nahil,
but he's not gonna hit anyone.
Paradox already getting down. And with that, once again, Nahil is looking for them, and I think they have managed to escape. Launch Esports is going to be Taki getting down, and BLK will also go down as well from the side of Launch Esports getting their revenge. X will get a down on that and could be looking for a potential kill. But for now, Hunter looking for another kills. I think all of these teams right here are pretty much aware of each other's presence, and I think they're gonna be battling it out. But it won't be the end of it. We will find the conclusion to it later on. But with 30 teams remaining and the circle becoming smaller, that's gonna be a very big trouble later on for all of these teams.
Yeah, and of course, we'll be expecting that trouble, and I'd be hoping to see that trouble come really soon. And with that, lots of things happening in the kill feed. Not much actually, I was just over exaggerating, but for now, it just looks like FCMZ is getting their kills, DMT as well, RIP getting NG Lucy, And it looks like C and D, that's cyanide by SDMZ. They already lost two people. And of course, Shanu manages to get a revive. But how long can they stay alive? That's the question right now.
As the MG right here, battling it out, could be looking for kills. Orpheus already goes down for the side of DMT. Ops also gets another kill. Lons Esports and Nahi getting another down and could be finalizing this one. A lot of action going in. The grenade getting a down as well. Another bullets to their name, but PLK only down with the last member remaining. Akazaya Esports as well, the last member, the first placer in game number one, could be meeting their demise right here unless he can hide this one out pretty cleverly and could be looking for placement.
And this is what I'm saying about the battle royale genre. There's always an element of luck, and look at that Akazaya. They performed so well in the first map, but it looks like they're not really favored by the game in the second map. They only have one elimination so far, and they only have one player left. That's Maha, hiding for their lives, hoping to get some kind of placement points. But of course, we see one team that's get eliminated. That will be BLK. Unfortunately, they do meet their demise. Right now, we're taking a look at SDMZ's esports, but it's Syndicate Cloud that will be going into
The
trouble.
bullets,
The last player
Cloud
standing,
going down.
and with that, that is their end for this match.
Syndicate already getting down, and that's what I noticed. With the Syndicate, they're pretty much aggressive. But right now, Cyanide will also go down. A couple of sprays, hoping to get him down. Manages to get him down. A couple of sprays with the buggy. Jumps over it. Yeah, manages still to get a kill. Goes for the prone, but he goes down. And he's going to be waiting for that revive. For now, Sane. He's going to be hiding behind these. Waiting for his team. And probably just timing their, connecting their grenades. But looks like Ahuko will be removed and will be needing some help, and just a lot of off-screen kills are happening right now with OB127 right here throwing another grenade, hoping to get them down, hoping to finally get a down, and before they can manage to push this one out, Jumbo will go down as well. Haiti going in for a heal while they are proning, and they could be exchanging with a couple of balls as well. Nahi will also take a kill with a grenade right here, but it does look like someone is flanking towards that one. That's gonna be Lost Esports. He's gonna go down, but Nahi on the move as well. He's gonna help his teammate. Agent 27 from SDMZ Esports will join in the fight as he spots them, and it's gonna be the end of Lelev.
Yeah, lots of things happening. That's to be expected with stage 6 of the circle. 1 versus 1. Ajet versus Nahi, rather. And Nahi does lose their lives against Sensei. That's a confirmation,
Ooh,
and
Launch
that's
Esports down as
actually
well.
a whole elimination of Launch Esports. Same goes with Esports on the off cam. Hunter from DMT losing their lives as well. Zeke 66 pulling up to their car. Lots of things happening actually, but this is crazy. We're still 16 pins, 17 players remaining.
And with that in mind, I think we're down to the last member of Akasaya Esports, and a lot of members from the side of LF. That's gonna be Matu Sensei also getting removed from the game. Viper. That's gonna be the end of La Familia Esports. Bro going in for a couple of sprays. But now we have seen off-screen kills right here, and we could be seeing an end later on. For now, once again, the last 5 teams of this game. Oh, getting sprayed right there, but bro will be needing some help from his bro. For now, Sky with the last 2 members, Akazaya Esports will say bye-bye for now, as now we're down to the last 4 teams.
Yeah, last 3 teams rather, with TM7 going down. So that's 8 players left. 3 teams remaining. Lots of them not in good shape. Sky, however, still has 4 players, one needing the revive, however. So, numbers advantage going to Sky. NG, 2 players. 2 players. And Zeke66 going down by the hands of Sky. And with that, Unknown will be the last person standing on their team.
hmm With 169, just looking for heads to pop out before he can take them out. Ooh, this is gonna be tough with the last three teams already up and running. The circle is already low. Uh, the circle is already small, and it is getting smaller. We could be seeing the finale to this game number two, but for now, once again, they are very, very careful. I think this is the same with game number one, being that they were playing on a hill. And it's gonna be hard to flush them out. It's not gonna be unpredictable, but it does look like we're getting some off-screen kills right here, and it's gonna mark the end of it.
Yeah. And with that, NG actually, they were in trouble right there because the circle wasn't favoring them and there were only one player left. But OPZ, they have the numbers disadvantage. However, can they turn this around? That's the question. Suhan trying to get those bullets in, but he won't get that elimination that they need. With that, their track record is great. They have 10 eliminations compared to Sky with only 7. But will they be able to pull this clutch off? That's the question. That depends on how they'll play their cards right now.
A couple of sprays just to try to end them right there. Just it's guns. It's just gonna be guns versus grenades right here. The smokes helping them out as well. Couple of sprays once again, hoping to get them down. But Botbro, after spraying from the left side, he gets sprayed from his right, and Suhan will go in for the heal before he gets to use it again because he is shot and he is in critical condition.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Suhan needs that heal, but how long can he stay in that position? It's not looking good. But Sky does lose another player, and so that looks like a 3 versus 2 right now. Maybe, just maybe, OPZ could turn this around. Sprays coming in, and that's a lot of damage going on to the side of Sky. However, in the end, the winner will
Mm-hmm.
be the numbers advantage. That will be LF Skyforce. Congratulations to our second chicken dinner winner for tonight.
There we go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be LF Skyforce, a new team, and a new chicken dinner. We have game number two that's going to be the winner with 19 points for this match. Adding that up with Soli as with the members right here, that's going to be Soli, Snake, that's with Anish, 7 Anish 7 and Doma. And with that, looking at their damage right here, Soli does look like he contributed a lot for this game. We have total of almost 10,000 healing for this game, so it was a kind of a long game for all of these teams. 61 knockouts, 55 eliminations, and 4 grenade eliminations, and also 30 assists.
Yeah, and back to Soli, actually, that was 6 whole eliminations just from one player. And you take a look at the other players, they just had one elimination. So, Soli, absolutely crazy. But taking a look at the comparison between OPZ and Sky, it looks like OPZ had a lot of damage. Then again, they had more or less, more kills. Oh, there we go. Eliminations 12 for OPZ and 9 for Sky. Yet in the end, what really mattered was Sky actually got that they stayed alive longer, and so they're gonna get that
Mhm.
sweet placement points of for our top one.
Mm-hmm. But bro, with being the MVP for this match, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, with 7 knockouts, elimination, sorry, and 1 assist. This is gonna be good. We could be expecting more of them, but for now, in the next few games, once again, there we have it. Our MVP looking at it in top players. Wow, there we have it.
Yeah, and Botbro, of course, with 1,000 or more damage, and Soli coming in second with 732. Of course, we did mention that he contributed a lot to his team's eliminations, but Botbro on the other hand with 7 as well. So that's pretty much something to watch out for. DTR 24 coming in third, OPZ's Sahu Bex getting fourth, and NG's Unknown 69 coming in fifth. Lots of damage coming in for all of these teams. And of course, with the rankings, OPZ does get the number one with a 12 whole eliminations and 10 placement points. Despite not winning this map, they did not get a single chicken dinner yet. They are top one in the rankings right now.
Skyforce still, despite not winning, as we said, they still managed to take the second place. Manu 17. Here we have the overall MVP. Both Pro still currently leading that one. So to be followed by Soli and Maha from Akazai Esports, Exis from Launch Esports, holding it pretty much, and Manu 17 with that last.
Yeah, and it looks like some of these teams they got kicked off the leaderboards, but then again, this is still the second game. Lots of things can still happen, and it looks like this is the overall standings from the first and second game. OPZ they did clinch at that first place, and AKZ coming in second by just 1 point. Yeah, and here we have Sky, of course, with 26 and Lance 20. Quite a huge gap between 3 and 4. Then again, we still have 16 more games to go. So for the rest of the teams that are still kind of lagging behind compared to the top teams, it's not quite far off. The top team is still 28 points. So hopefully we can see some improvement in the later maps.
There we have it once again, ladies and gentlemen. Our top teams right here. Still, there are four more games for this evening, and yeah, there we have it. They have a chance to fight later on, and it does look like we're gonna be heading on to game number three. But for now, we will be taking a short break.
Hello.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it, live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫೆಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Puro liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fenta, fuga veche, libe fa.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it, live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫೆಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Puro liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fenta, fuga veche, libe fa.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it, live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫೆಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Puro liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fenta, fuga veche, libe fa.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿ ಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೈಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusato liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fentak, fuga veche, libe fa.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live.
What is up once again? We are right back right here for game number 3. And yes, with these teams, game number 1 going to Akazaya Esports and LF Skyforce going for the game number 2. I wonder who's gonna take game number 3.
Yeah, that's the question right now, Mike. And I'm really excited to see how game number three will play out. Now that these 15 teams have warmed up, hopefully they'll be like, they're comfortable with the other teams. They know how they play. They know that in the early game, everyone likes playing it safe. So hopefully they have like a good idea on how to play out and how to come up with their strategies in this next match.
And with that, with of course Ultimate Gaming Festival 2025, you have to share this one. This is gonna be good. And right now, and I think we are starting, especially for game number 3. This is gonna be the same map a while ago. Erangel.
We see another Erangel map for tonight. So, these teams, this is going to be a deja vu from the first game. So, the flight path's a little bit different. It's coming on from around the northeastern side of Erangel, going down to the southwestern side. Lots of lots of places are accessible. Everyone can drop off at the school, Pochinki. Those are the hot spots. Georgia Pool's a little bit far, but they can get there with a little bit of walking, a little bit of flying. Sosnovka military base, not so much. Not a really good idea. But these teams, they'll make their decisions. They're grown ups. They'll decide for themselves.
Yeah, and I think so too, because right now it does look like they're all dropping in, and I think they're going into their planned spots. But looking at the map, they are pretty much divided equally, and the circle is not gonna be favoring them as he goes to the left side.
Yeah, the left side favoring the quarry, ferry pier, hospital, and Giorgio pool. Possibly shooting range, but probably not gonna happen. But it's gonna be really exciting. Still, this is still the first circle, so for the likes of BLK, they can't just panic right now. They can just get a car and rotate into the area. But for now, it looks like everyone's not really spread out that much. But if we take a look at how these 15 teams played out the first game and the second game, and maybe we won't expect, early game engagements. Everyone's just gonna loot up the place quietly and wait out for the circle to come closer.
There we go. Still, all of these teams, a little bit of members left behind, because right now, I mean, a few of those teams are being left behind outside the circle, but it doesn't really that matter much, because the circle is still quite big and the damage from the blue zone is not gonna be that hurtful. But for now, they're still gonna be gearing up, getting those loot, because right now they're getting a lot of level ones, level twos, and it's gonna be hard. They have to get those maxed out armor, or maybe some level two that's gonna be enough to last in a gunfight for a few rounds.
Yeah, and hopefully that happens because everyone's just pretty much getting the same idea, looting up the place so they can go on to the later part of the game where, they can be ready for any potential engagements with other squads. For now, of course, it's a little bit quiet as usual, but something different, however. There are 60 players now, so I believe that these teams they don't have any more disconnection issues. So this is gonna be a crowded Erangel game, 60 players for the first time in this tournament. So something really exciting is gonna happen later on.
For for now, not so much. It's just gonna be
Yeah,
a lot of
exactly.
looting that's gonna be happening. We can kind of already expect that, especially in a game like this. Day number one, it's just gonna be getting to know a lot of these teams, and especially with LF Skyforce and Akazaya Esports winning those separate games, though they kind of have that expectation already to be prepared for a lot of teams that will be getting the chicken dinner.
Yeah, and of course we do have some fan favorites, and some of these teams they've proven themselves to perform really well so far in this tournament. But then again, this is the third game, so maybe some unexpected things will happen soon enough. And we saw in some previous tournaments, however, like there's some teams that shine in the end, like in the second or third day or the last day, they managed to rack up so many points that they pretty much climbed their leaderboard and nobody expected it. But of course, that's something that we'll find out soon. For now, we're still in the third game, quite early in on to the tournament. So we'll just have to sit back and watch and see these players, battle it out.
Toma looking for potential threats. They won't be getting none for now. And I'm already happy that for this game, all of the members are alive and they are not disconnected. Because right now, 60 players still on the map with 15 teams remaining as well. But looking at the map right here, oop, does look like we got a couple of those stabs right there, a couple of sprays, and they do manage to get one down and probably gonna be ending this one. But for now, at least they got that damage, so they can really just push and claim those skills and maybe claim the vehicles.
That's crazy. And that's pretty much the first early game death in this whole tournament. But yeah, that was pretty exciting to watch, but I don't think anything else is gonna happen because everyone's just retreating, everyone's just, cutting their losses. And so with that, Sky does get the first blood of this game. And of course we know that they did get that chicken dinner on the second map rather. And it looks like TM7, they are getting shot at from a distance, and Syndicate's at the corner. Cloud trying to get those bullets in, but so far, no eliminations on both sides just yet.
There we go. Eddie, oops, does look like Bogube right here. Manages to get one down with a shotgun before he moves out and moves with his team. But for now, the other team still managed to just go around it. And kind of surprised that 6 minutes into the game, we've already seen two members already getting eliminated.
And so that's pretty much it. Two players down, and that's one player from DMT and one from TM7. And right now, everyone's just backing off, trying to secure some spot for, to wait out the circle. And this circle's still stage one, and that's surprising because I really thought everyone was just gonna play it safe, but it looks like people are getting confident now. They're trying to get those eliminations, or maybe they're running into each other more often now that you know we're gonna probably see some more eliminations soon.
And with that in mind, and Ana Uno already going in and could be circling this team right here if they manage to spot that. Oh, they do actually. Oh, but I think he got spotted first, and he will have to move back. And on Uno already getting damaged, low on health. Sahubi could be looking for that potential kill. Just he has to smoke, and he has to cover his tracks before he can go for the strike. Oh, the crosshairs aligning. The shots going in will not hit, however. Samube getting hit inside the bar as they run away. As they move away, it's being shot at, leaving him with a low HP.
And that goes the same for Mash as well. And Sahube very low on health, but they have some breathing room to kind of heal themselves. So we can't like worry too much. But of course, that was a close call. However, that was a close call. And meanwhile, in some other part of the map, there's still something happening. So this is quite early. It's quite too early for these eliminations for like if you compare it to the last two maps. But it's something that's not unwelcome. Into very low on health will probably lose their lives really soon. Taking a look at the map, you can see at the shooting range, there's a lot of shooting going on, definitely. And that circle is gonna go down towards Ferry Pier, Gatka, Quarry, Primorsk. So anyone in the northern part of the map, they gotta keep moving if they wanna keep themselves alive.
Ancient with 7 running around as well. You'll be looking at it, but they will have to move inside the blue zone and get back into the circle safely, not being spotted. Because I think they're also regrouping with his team, but does look like he spots one enemy right there. But yeah, looking at other teams right here, they are looking pretty much alive. 3 members only getting eliminated.
Yeah, 3 members only. So even with so many engagements, so many bullets coming in left and right, it's only 3 players that went down. And we still all 15 teams left standing. So people are just gonna come back and go into their looting phase. But Cyanide over here, there's some potential engagements. They definitely heard those vehicles coming in from the other team, and we can hear bullets as well. So that's a dead giveaway on their location. So hopefully we see something exciting happening, especially with Zayu getting shot at and shooting as well against LF.
OB127 looking for a kill right here. Oh, almost got that. That's fine though. Still in a good lead. People managed to fight one. It's gonna be a crash. It's gonna be a Grand Theft Auto right here. A lot of bullets coming through. The spray is going in as well, and that's gonna be 2 members down, waiting for the 3-5. But I think they're gonna be eliminated with LF down to the last member.
Yeah, and they have their crosshairs out for a potential kill. And of course, they don't get that just yet. But on the other hand, some other place, Nahi gets 2 knocks on their side. However, will that be an elimination? That's something that we're gonna find out. But V2 from Cyanide sees Cloaksy, however, doesn't get that much damage in the bag. Not enough. Definitely not enough for an elimination. And so they'll have to try again. But they definitely have given out their location.
Mhm. The grenade. We can connect that one. Oops, just right into that gap. The spray's going in. He manages to get that kill. The grenade also being prepared, but it does get hit by it. Very low enough. That's gonna be Rolex. The grenade. Oh, he's just behind. Oh, there we go. Oh, there he goes. Just one more hit. Just one more hit from that grenade before he goes down. It's gonna be it. Nahi getting hit once again while holding that golden ball. Getting spotted. Rolex will go down. Nahi down to the last cough of the bullet before he goes down, but he manages to stay up and go in for a heal before he tries to probably rescue his friend.
Yeah, you gotta heal yourself before you can save others, and that's the case with Lawns right now, with 2 players down. Nahi, the last person standing, and Thakma already down on their side. So, you know what? They have to reset, and they have to kind of rescue X's as well before they go in for the engagement, because looks like it looks like they'll need everyone as much as possible, because I'll look at here, Lance, Rolex, and X's, they're both on the red as well. But I think they'll survive. They'll definitely survive.
Mhm. Now 50 members remaining right here. Lawns, 3 members, but 2 of them are currently low. Nahi will be going in for a soda right here just to give him a little bit of the boost and probably to fully heal and to fight back later on so that he gets a lot of those HP and have the chance to go and win those clutch rounds.
And so with that, hopefully their preparations will give them something to work for. But right now, it looks like there's another engagement over here with RIP La Familia. Only 2 players left on their side, and they're getting bombarded. But however, there's a lot of teams in this area. Tranquility, they're surrounding Shizui from DMT. Looks like Shizui is gonna be in a lot of trouble. DMT only has one healthy player left, so whether or not they'll be able to rescue Shizui, it doesn't seem likely, but we're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen.
The grenade, the Molotov as well, getting stuck right there. A little bit movement from these members could damage them and could kill them, but a lot of grenades as well that's going to be raining down on them could be ending them. And with that, Sahube getting spotted, a few taps, gets hit once, and just moving backward to go for a little bit of security right here. But Johan will be joining into the fight, Hunter alone and inside the house.
Yeah, and that they're still in this area, but it's not a good place to be in. But they'll figure it out by themselves. It's quite hard to reposition yourselves, especially with maybe 3 or 4 squads hovering around in this one area. But taking a look at the map, it looks like that circle is gonna close in on a bunch of open fields once again. So that's something to look forward to. Lots of teams will have to rotate. Oh my gosh, Vecna just
Vecna.
got hit point blank by a grenade, and they will need some healing from their teammate.
There we go, a couple of grenades once again, but he's on fire right here. But while in fire, he manages to hide and to go for protection before he revives his teammates. And that's gonna be a chance, but for now, no chance for LF Rip as they are gonna be going down and saying bye bye for game number 3.
Mhm. Goodbye for now, RIP to RIP. But we're going back to the game, of course. Lots of teams have lost some players. DMT and LF in particular only have one player left standing, and Sky just 2 players left, and so not looking good in terms of numbers, but in prospects they are top 2 so far on the leaderboards. So hoping to see some really good plays from them. Lawns is at the distance. This will be pretty interesting. If they can get Lawns by surprise, they can definitely turn the tables around by numbers, but it all depends on the execution.
But fantastic. That's gonna be no fun as he goes down and gonna be eliminated, saying bye bye for game number 3. And looking at the standing right here for all of these teams, does look like it does look grim for TMP. With that last member remaining, Sky holding on to the 2 members as well to be prioritizing the placement points. LF right here with 1 member remaining. IO getting spotted and he has to move back right here. Has to move around. The grenade goes out once again, but he was not there anymore.
And Syndicate's AO trying to get some shots in against Deno, but he won't get any damage done just yet. And BLK is also over there being third party. Lots of their players are gonna rotate into the area and get some help in, but Mari does go down first on the side of Deno. Maybe another kill, maybe another down, maybe another kill on Deno's side, but Cloud makes a misstep going into that building, gets shot down as well, and Cloud's probably gonna lose their lives. But however, Ayo spots El Mago, tries to get the
One more.
grenade in, gets a lot of damage. However, El Mago does get away with it.
Mhm.
That grenade doesn't hit, and with that, looks like Syndicate won't be getting their kill yet.
Syndicate Nahil right here could be in a danger. If 1 grenade goes into that house, then he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. It's gonna be very dangerous and it could kill him. But for now, looking at both of these cameras right here, it's gonna be a little bit of um I don't know. It's gonna be a game of patience. But right here at the 17th minute mark, so we can actually see a lot of action already.
Yeah, and this is 17th minute, as you said, and there's only one team that got eliminated. However, there's quite little players left. There's only 43, in fact. And it looks like launching sports strength to less than that even more as they spot Tranquility, gets a lot of bullets in, but no one is showing up in the kill feed. None of that damage rather was enough for a knockout.
And it does look like it. Lawns Esports could be throwing in that smoke just to cover their tracks and to have a little bit of a chance of survival right there. But for now, with one member versus the three of them right here, it could um I don't know. It's looking good for Lawns Esports to claim this kill.
And with Sky, kind of just waiting to see if Lance will step out of the building first and engage. They're just waiting. Both of these teams are just waiting, but that circle is gonna pressure them eventually to make their move. And there's a lot of teams hovering around the area, so they're gonna be forced to come out and play. But for now, it looks like everyone's just kind of playing it safe. However, V2 is trying to get some bullets in. However, no one's going to show up in the kill feed for now.
Definitely 14 teams still alive though, with BLK one member already getting needing that revive. Most of the teams are pretty much healthy as well, with only Sky, TMT, and LF having the disadvantage right here.
Yeah. And so that everyone's kind of waiting. In Sky, they're still in the same place. They haven't moved one bit. But over here, it looks like DMT will get eliminated off cam. That would be actually three teams already down. That's La Familia, the third team down. Lons is in a lot of trouble, however. It's only X's that's still up and running. Nahi and Rolex need that revive. Looks like X's will have that opportunity. It looks like they're rethinking their strategy. Lots of things happening. The building's getting stormed by Sky. And this is what I'm saying. Sky managed to turn the numbers disadvantage around. However, Exis has their own beast mode on. One versus Anish. And he actually wipes out Sky and manages to even get a chance to revive one of his members.
Couple of sprays right there, hoping to get him down, and he does go down as well. Another car going in as well. That's gonna be Lightning McQueen, and it does look like Lightning will also get killed right here inside this hut. Right, a very small hut. This they could get killed, but SDM will go by for now. Now it does look like one is down. The shotgun going in as well, finishing it off, and that's gonna be a chance for him to fight with the last member remaining. It's gonna be 1v1 who's gonna win. Kali versus the member from in front of him, just hiding inside those cars.
Yeah, and that's definitely the case. One versus one, and only a building covering them, and it looks like it'll be SDMZ from a distance that will get the victory. And Tranquility will be saying goodbye for now.
And they will be saying bye. They will try later for game number four, but for now, couple of sprays hoping to get him down. It will not be enough for now, but does look like off-screen kills. That's gonna be marked. 9 teams still alive. Another off-screen kill from the side of BLK. That's gonna be down as well. Help needing that revive, and still with a few more teams into the game, no one has entered. Oh, actually, 2 teams have already entered the circle, but I think they're also going to be meeting a lot of these teams from outside.
And there's a lot of open fields as well, so the team with the most grenades will probably have a lot of advantage. But looks like not a lot of these teams are kind of trying to rotate into the area. And over here, Akazaya finally joins the fray. Still only one elimination on their side, but they have to go ahead and kind of reset from a previous engagement. But looking here, looks like BLK is in trouble. Munsif down, but Vile still around the same place, throwing in some smokes, trying to see if they can save their teammates. And it looks like they already lost Poison, and Paradox is out there somewhere with their vehicle. So it looks like they'll be getting that opportunity to revive Munsif.
Paradox, the grenade going in, hoping to get him down. Rifa crawling, but Vito will go down. 169 will also go down. A lot of these downs right here are happening off screen, and grenade elimination as well. But for now, couple of sprays once again, while Syndicate right here are just throwing flashes and grenades, and Deno will be eliminated down to the last 8 teams once again. Deno going into the rank number 9 for this game.
And that will be TM7 getting eliminated right there. But NGZ trying to see if they can get their sprays in. However, that won't be a kill just yet. But Zeke does have 2 kills so far. Syndicate at the distance. NG not having the locations advantage. They're just kind of crawling onto the floor. However, they're still alive. That's what matters. Lots of bullets coming in from all areas. Still up with 7 teams, 17 players, and everyone's just kind of waiting to see if they can get some kills, some pickoffs, and also trying to play it safe as well.
Going in for a heal right here. Zeke 66, however, will also be proning and will be waiting for potential threats down to the last 7 teams in the 23-minute mark. With BLK, one member going down as well, but looking at these teams, Nakahaya Sports are looking good once again. They could be getting this chicken dinner. Mano going in for a couple of sprays will not get a few kills. Now they're just going to be taking their time to try to avoid as much gunfight as possible, but later claiming the chicken dinner later on.
And that seems to be the case. Akazaya, however, out here in the open. Maha not gonna survive that, and Haite is just over there as well. It looks like this is gonna be a strange battle. It's gonna be a lot of grenades coming in. Haiti. This is a 2 versus 1 against Akazaya. Looks like they're all alone right now. And with that, still there are 5 teams left remaining. NG has the numbers advantage. Although they did lose one member just now. CND losing their players as well. SDMZ very low on health. That was Haite. And it looks like Haite will get eliminated completely.
There we go. SDMC Esports will go down. 4 teams remaining that's going to be here. But Long's Esports, the last member currently alive, just crawling and hiding from these 3 teams so as to not get eliminated. Akazaya Esports currently alive with 2 members as well. NG will be alive with 3. And Cyanide with 2.
And with that, Cyanide kind of just waiting. And that goes the same with everyone actually. But taking a look at how these 4 last teams are faring, it looks like Akazaya is getting some kills, but Lons X's will be the one changing the story. And with that's another kill in their side. Lons, the last person standing is X's, but he's carrying the name of his team. Vito trying to get
Mm-hmm.
that grenade in,
Me
but
too.
however Karma gets him definitely, and Shanu running in trying to see if they can get X's out. Akazaya gets eliminated however, and G still with 3 people standing, but X's is just a one-man army all by himself.
XSRR right here, looking at it, the grenade going in once again, hoping not to get eliminated. But he's low on health, he's very, very critical right now. One more grenade and he goes down. But for now, oops, just one more hit, but that's gonna be it. That's a chicken dinner from the side of SDMZ new generation.
Yeah, and G, that they did have their numbers advantage, and that definitely helped them win the game. So congratulations, NG, SDMZ new generations. And with that, this is gonna be the statistics. And of course, they do get 17 match points and total damage of 1298. 7 total eliminations with total points of 27. I wonder how they'll fare in the overall ranking, because right
Mhm.
now they're at number 5, but if they continue to perform this well, we might be seeing them on top 1 later on.
And speaking of SDMZ NG, we've seen their performances in the previous tournaments. So with that, them taking the third chicken dinner for tonight, I think it's also quite good in a way that we kind of had that high expectations already, and they managed to deliver it right here for Ultimate Gaming Festival.
And I'm really happy to see new generation making a name on their of themselves for themselves rather, making a name for themselves rather in this grand finals. And so this is a comparison between new generation and Lawns. It looks like Lawns has a little bit more damage on their side and just one more elimination. However, it's new generation that ended up winning. So I'm really happy for new generation. They played their game well, and hopefully we can see some more really good plays later on.
Yeah, there we go with the MVP for this match. That's gonna be from Lons Esports. That's Axis RR with the 6 eliminations to his name. And the top players right here for match number 3. There we have it. That SDMZ OB107 from the same team as well. That's gonna be Haiti Easy and Lucy 10 from SDMZ NG as well. V2 taking the number 2 spot, and XSRR from the side of Lons Esports.
And here we have the rankings for this match. Of course, NG gets that chicken dinner alongside with 7 points. And so that's 17 whole points. Coming in second is Lons Esports with 14, SDMZ with 13, Cyanide with 11, Akazai with 9, BLK with 6, Syndicate with 4, OPZ and Skyforce 3 each, TM 7, and Tranquility with 2. RIP DMT Deno with 1, and unfortunately La Familia Esports walks away with nothing for now.
Yeah, there we have it with the 15 teams once again. And here we have our overall top players. Once again, XSRR has managed to stay up on top and to just get a lot of damage for all of these 3 games, and have just managed to deliver from the beginning until the end. But for now, we will be seeing 3 more games later on. And yeah, continuing, that's gonna be with Botbro from OPZ, from Akazaya Esports as well with Maha. And there we have it, our overall standings currently holding the first spot. That's gonna be Akazaya Esports, to be followed by Lons Esports, OPZ taking the third, Sky with the fourth, and SDMZNG taking the fifth.
Yeah, and I think we're getting an early idea on how these teams are like performing right now. And so we might be seeing the potential, champion for this tournament. And so this is really exciting. And of course, this is the match schedule. This is new. Of course, Akazaya getting the first map, and I I believe this is LF Skyforce in the second map. And the third map, of course, New Generation. These are our 3 chicken dinner winners. So far, no one has gotten a repeat win, but that might change later on. We still have 3 more maps later on map, and we're gonna be moving on to map number 4. But before we do that, we will be taking a short break. To those who are watching, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
ಫೋನುಗಾವೆ ಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶ್ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿಗಣ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
فرصة لبني تكنولوجي اللي كوري ايرو معي كوهارو فاتوغاتي بهوس بغتا وغتوم وفلالي بهو فنتك وغويتشي اللي بيفا
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it, live it.
ಫೋನುಗಾವೆ ಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶ್ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿಗಣ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
فرصة لبني تكنولوجي اللي كوري ايرو معي كوهارو فاتوغاتي بهوس بغتا وغتوم وفلالي بهو فنتك وغويتشي اللي بيفا
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it, live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನೆಟುಂಗುಳಿಲ ನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fentak fuga vecce libe fa
Sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it, live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನೆಟುಂಗುಳಿಲ ನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fentak fuga vecce libe fa
Sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it, live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನೆಟುಂಗುಳಿಲ ನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fentak fuga vecce libe fa
Sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it, live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನೆಟುಂಗುಳಿಲ ನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta bagutung ufala libe huwa fentak fuga vecce libe fa
Sabi ma fighti libe. Just sabi ma fighti libe.
And we are back to Ooredoo Nation's Ultimate Gaming Festival 2025. We just witnessed what game was that? Game number 3. And once again, we are your casters. My name is Annie, and Mike is with me tonight. Mike, what's up?
Well, thank you so much for that, Annie. And once again, we are here for game number 4. This is gonna be the second game for Miramar. And with that, these teams have managed to show off already for day number 1. As I said, day number 1 is all about getting to know each other. And with day number 1, I think they're starting to know the potential threats, the potential teams that will be getting this crazy, insane prize pool.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. These 15 teams are gonna play smart. They're gonna watch the stream later on and see how the other teams kind of like play out, where they do their drop offs or what kind of patterns do they use, what are their strategies. And so it's gonna be really exciting. But as you said, this is day number one. Everyone's just trying to get to know each other. And of course, going back to the game, we can see that this flight path is not giving the teams not giving teams a lot of room to work with, but it's kind of focused in the southern part of the map, so they're gonna have to figure out how to kind of drop off in a good place without running into other teams and then potentially getting picked off really early on.
Oh, that made it even worse with the oh my god, the flight path going south and the circle going north. We could be seeing a fast end for this game, but this is very competitive PUBG for Ordination. I think they could be looking for ways that will avoid each other, but the circle is just really favored at the top side of the map, while the most of the teams are kind of at the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, and that's because of the flight path kind of like not making it easy for everyone. And of course, we can see NG, they have landed in Los Leones. And it's a good thing there aren't a lot of squads that had the same idea because they're going to be looting that place up really peacefully. But for now, there's a few teams out in the circle in the northern part. Of course, they'll have an easier time, but for the rest of the other teams, they can just, get the vehicle and then kind of rotate later on.
And with that, once again, all of these teams are pretty much just gathering a lot of resources, gearing up, preparing for later, and kind of surprised at a little bit surprised that there hasn't been any gunfights yet, because we kind of are expecting that to happen earlier because of the placement of the teams and the placement of the circle. But for now, since the circle didn't appear yet, they have a lot of time to actually just gather around, just get a lot of resources, gear up before they can prepare for the late stages of the game.
Yeah, and so that's the idea right now. It's pretty much just gathering resources, of course. And of course, with these teams, with these 15 teams, they're keeping their tradition of letting the early game be really quiet. There aren't any early game engagements so far, but OPZ, they have one player kind of low on health. Not sure if that was an engagement or maybe they just tripped on a rock or something, but nonetheless, it wasn't a complete elimination, so that's the important thing.
Yeah, but for now, I think he is back and he's just gonna go for heals. And yeah, there hasn't been teams around them as well, so they can't really expect a lot of danger at that area. And yeah, all of these teams are just pretty much complacent at this point. But for now, looking at the points, with Akazaya holding 36 points to their name, to be followed by Lons. Lons is quite catching up to Akazaya Esports. Sky, on the other hand, still catching up, but a little bit farther.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. Akazaya, they're only 2 points away from getting overtaken by Lons, but that all depends on how they'll perform in this next map. And once again, there are 18 maps in this whole tournament, so we can't really say for sure that this team's gonna win, this team's gonna win. It'll all depend on how they'll perform later on, and these teams we've noticed in the previous tournaments, some of these teams they perform differently in the next days, in the next coming days. Some teams just suddenly become so good, and some teams suddenly fall off. So there's a lot of surprises to be had. But for now, on this first day, it looks like Akazaya Esports, Lons Esports, Sky, and now NG and OPZ. They're performing quite well. They're performing quite well.
For now, Ahupo and Shisui all of the teams right here are still gathering up the resources. 5 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, and especially it's gonna be one. I think this is the first of the last three games that will be played tonight, which will start um recognizing the potential of these teams and the potential top five, top eight. I think the end of this first day is just gonna mark that, and with that, more the more games that are happening already, the more careful that the teams are becoming as well. So with the first game, they were really careful, but on the second game, they just met each other, and going in for the kill. They were more aggressive. For this game, I think they could be more careful, especially of the because of their placements. They could be a little bit near from each other. So with that, they have to be careful if they're going in for an attack in one direction, and they could get caught up by the other direction.
Yeah, and they'll have to keep track of their positioning, and that seems to be the case. But however, they can't really do much right now because no one's really, kind of near each other. So everyone's just trying to rotate into the northern circle, especially Familia Esports right here with only 8 points so far. They'll definitely have to step up if they want to keep up with the rest of the teams in the leaderboards. And taking a look at the map, Syndicate, they're still outside of that circle. That goes the same with Sky and Tranquility. And of course, they do have their vehicles, so they can rotate really fast. But everyone else, and some of them have already, secured some spots in which they can, kind of wait out the circle. Lots of people trying to rotate in, and hopefully, we see someone run into each other, and then we'll see some potential engagements.
Yeah, but for now, looking at the map, it does look like two teams are at the bottom side, and they have to move up. But if they do move up, then they could meet the other group as well, and they could be looking for potential elimination for one of these teams. But for now, it's all looking good for all of them, pretty much healthy. Some of the teams are suffering and are very very injured, but they could heal that one later on. For now, once again, they're just taking their time and just buying their time before they head on to the later stages of the game.
A little bit worried for Tranquility right here. Of course, my worry was right. Maxi does get taken down, but that's not a complete elimination just yet. But Maxi's taking a lot of damage from that circle. And let's remember, we're outside the circle right now, and Sky also loses one player, gets shot down by Titan, but they'll have to keep moving. They're very, very far from the safe zone.
And now Tranquility looking for potential fights once again with Titan fighting that one, but he goes down and looking for the second member that's gonna be his 99k, but he goes down once again, and this is gonna be the last member of La Familia Tranquility before they get eliminated. And now looking for it, Danny looking for potential knockout again. The spray coming in, but the shots are not will not be eliminating anyone just yet, and he's gonna be alone. He realizes that, and he has to go around and maybe look for a way to find the kill on them, or maybe just go in for placement points.
Well, Donnie was in between a rock and a hard place. One side is Sky and the other is the circle. And with that, looks like Tranquility's Donnie could not survive. And that will be the first team that will be eliminated in this second Miramar map, this fourth game rather for this day. And so for everyone else, looks like everyone's kind of like still at the top of their game. Four players for most teams except for Sky, they did lose one. And so we're back to kind of just waiting for, two teams to eventually, meet up and go against each other.
With Akazaya Esports once again, 36 points, and they're also healthy right now. I haven't seen them being injured in the board right now, but I do hear a couple of sprays, and I'm also wondering if they managed to get a few of them down. I mean, the shots are really aligning and connecting, but it does look like they're just being hurt, but no major eliminations for now.
Yeah. Not much happening just yet. Still 14 teams up, 55 players standing. Akazaya, Manu very low on health, but unfortunately, RIP will be seeing their RIP soon enough. Once Manu's done with them, they have the high ground. Akazaya, they have a one elimination on their side. They're looking for a second, they're looking for a third, and with that, that's two eliminations so far, both on the side of Manu.
And he gets spotted right there. Could be looking for a revenge fight. Oops, the head shows up. Goes in for a couple sprays. Doesn't connect just yet. It is not enough to end him right there. But for now, he will be regrouping with his teammates from Akasaya Esports. And they've managed to get 3 points out of that. For now, Team Z would be TM7 would be losing some members right here, and it's down to the last, especially that one of their members was already eliminated.
Not looking good for La Familia RIP. One more RIP on their side, they're really gonna be RIP. And Jumbo, they'll have to play this safely. If they're confident enough, maybe they could, take down the rest of Akazaya, but it's not looking really good, especially with Akazaya knowing that there's still one more player left. And Ruby unfortunately gets shot at instead, kind of turn the tables around. But then again, Akazaya still has all four players standing.
Akasai Esports, once again, just regrouping with the team and waiting for their fourth member to come back online. But for now, that's gonna be it. And the members still pretty much alive at this point. All of the teams, I think that happened a while ago, was just a little bit of a warning shot. But for now, it does look like from Syndicate, one member will go down and one member will be eliminated. And here we go once again from the side of STMZ NG as well. It does look like one member will go down, waiting for the to revive before he will get eliminated. But it does look like 4-7 will be eliminated. And yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go indeed. The syndicate with only two players left. However, that's not gonna stop them from trying to get some more eliminations in the bag. And so Cyanide over here, still zero eliminations. However, NG un, unknown 69 slow on health. I mean, they need that revive, and Aman rather is already down. And so with that, they're a little bit in trouble, but does not stop Zeke 66 from trying to get some kills, especially trying to shoot at Cloud. However, none of those bullets will be hitting.
A couple of sprays. Shots will not connect, but will manage to find one kill off screen right there. Just waiting to confirm that one. But for now, Asenzo will be staying goodbye. A couple of sprays from here once again. It does hit the car and it does light up on fire, but they will be confirming their kill. But for now, once again, the circle right here from the water treatment around Hacienda de Patron, San Martin, and the fields. It's kind of starting to focus in on that area, and the teams right here. I think only some of the teams are outside the circle, and they have to move back.
Yeah, some of these teams, especially BLK, DMT, and LF, will have to rotate sooner or later if they don't want to get eaten up by that circle. This is a stage 3 circle we're talking about. That's a lot of damage, and especially if you get caught in an engagement in there, you're gonna end up like was that one of those teams early on that they got eliminated because of that circle. That'll be Tranquility actually, but BLK, they find one elimination, one knock rather on their side. Will they get that elimination? Will they get some more kills on their side? That's something that we're gonna be waiting and seeing sooner or later.
High T waiting. Just at least he has the higher ground advantage right here. He could be getting those kills, but does look like it's trying to connect the shots going in, but it's not go coming through right there.
Yeah, so we're just gonna have to wait. And these teams, they have to wait for the right time to strike as well. So as DMZ Esports over here, there's a team nearby, but they'll have to wait and see if they can get a good position to initiate. And with that, Obi-Wan trying to get the force in their side, but unfortunately, none of that damage will be enough for an elimination.
IT still, he has the higher ground advantage, but he really can't do anything about it, especially if the enemies are just beneath him. And so he has to be very, very careful.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. So we're just kind of waiting for something to happen because these teams they have the information that they need and they're quite nearby. This is a stage 3 circle and so everyone's kind of just congregating in one area. However, they're all being careful. They're all waiting for the right moment from the right initiation, just kind of waiting to see if there's another squad that will make the first mistake and the first wrong move. And with that, they go for the punish, they go for the pick off and eliminations. And then eventually they swoop down and get those beautiful elimination points.
Mhm. The shots as well can be heard from far away, but focusing on that battlefield a while ago, it does look like no action is gonna be happening for now. Once again, from the side of course, DCM EMP, one member is already gone, but the other member is disconnected, so that's gonna be a bit of a disadvantage. But for now, as we head on for the later stages of the game, we can see that the circle really is starting to mark towards the center. And yeah, it does look like from the live screen as well that the buggy is being shot at and he has to move out, he has to move back. And he has to hide, but right here he does find the supply crate and he can use these later on. And yeah, he got spotted once again. A couple of taps right here could end him right then and there, but it is not enough just yet.
Yeah, Amuko gets away with their lives, gets the healing, and they have pretty much a good amount of health left. With that, they're gonna go and see like who was shooting at me. I'm gonna get them back, but we're and Amelia. They're gonna go against each other. Both bros trying to run for their lives in the car. They're very low in health on the red. But however, Viper is gonna be surrounded by several teams later on since they will have to get out of their car because they're getting shot at. And so with that, La Familia, they're kind of just waiting, but they're not in a very good position right now. Lons Esports at
Mhm.
the western side and OPZ on the eastern side. So this is gonna be really messy sooner or later.
And yeah, with that in mind, once again, um, for Mash 17 right here, the grenade is up and ready, and it's just gonna be waiting for that. Could actually chip some damage, and it does, but it's not enough. It's not enough to put him into coma. But for now, it does look like two members are just really low on health. A little less half than than their HP. But for now, once again, for Juhan, we're looking at potential threats, potential kills from up from the bottom, and if he manages to find one, then he can get that kill. But for now, it's looking kind of slim, especially that they're just occupying this top part of the map.
And they're not done just yet. La Familia is still trying to hold on, and all the while, some other part of the map, NG has their own skirmishes as well. But this is 3 versus 2. OPZ versus LF. It looks like it's not looking very good for LF and OPZ. They have that confidence to go in and try to get that elimination, trying to wipe out La Familia, but they're not finding that elimination yet. OPZ, they're trying to storm in, and if they lag on a little bit longer, Lons is gonna be the third party in this situation, and Lons, they're out for blood. They are marching in with all that they have. A mess between these two teams. TMZ all the while gets eliminated. However, how are OPC and Lons faring? It looks like this is a 1 versus 1 up the hill. X is still alive. Rolex with lots of lives, but however, they won't be finding the kills that they need just yet.
a couple of sprays right then and there, but it does look like it's gonna end from the side of Long Esports being eliminated right here with 11 teams remaining, but as the MZLPC will go down as well. Now 10 teams remaining. La Familia RIP would be waiting below right here. La Familia Esports will say bye as well with the rank number 11. A couple of shots to hopefully connect, but it will not end him. For now, once again, the off-screen kills. We also find a down. I'm just waiting for that confirmation. Another down as well. And that's gonna be it. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a grace period before we can go back to fighting.
Yeah, and all the while Jumbo from La Familia RIP still alive and kicking, holding on to those placement points. All the while NG does get eliminated. So there are a lot of teams that have fallen off, but so far from the top teams, it looks like Akazaya and Sky are still in the running, SDMZ as well. So lots of exciting things to look forward to. We are seeing SDMZ Esports right now. Three players left standing. Unfortunately, still zero eliminations. So they'll have to work a little bit extra hard to try to get those points in the bag.
And with Toma still with the rest of his team looking for potential threats, potential points. And yeah, with 9 teams remaining and almost 22 minutes into the game, we could be looking at this very differently as one member from DMT will go down. That's going to be Susui. And now it does look like Shisui will say bye for now. 9 teams still up and running with a couple of teams right here with the Familia RIP, one member remaining. Deno with one member still healthy while the other is dying, and the rest of the teams with DMT with the last member. But back into the game, King getting sprayed right through it. He goes down as he leaves his car. Still, it does look good, especially in the fight back. Deno will have to say bye for now. He'll be the last member right here, but King will go in for a couple of sprays, hoping to finish them down, but he goes first, and that's gonna be the bye-bye moment for BLK. And right here, they're just hiding behind cars, hiding behind trees, a couple of sprays to hopefully end them and give them a little bit more of space, a shotgun to hopefully kill enemies that are really just one shot away, but it won't be enough. For now, once again, the cars going in as well, hoping to get cover. SPM Esports will be eliminated from space once again for four members alive from Akazaya Esports, but looking at it here now, Cyanide is down to the last two members right here.
It's every man for himself, and Sky is in a lot of trouble. They're just there behind the car being sitting ducks. But unfortunately, they still. Okay, there we go. Skyforce completely gets eliminated. And now we're down to the last five teams. Akazaya is still standing strong with four players. And Cyanide also goes to the same for them as well. But, let's just see. I'm really excited to see how this will fare out. Maybe, one of these three teams with only one player left might get that clutch. That's something we'll look forward to. But, my money is either on Cyanide or Akazaya.
And yeah, there we go. RIP SYN and EMT with one member each. I think one of them already went down and will be saying bye bye for now. And that's gonna be DCM, DMT, and down to the last four members. It is looking good for Akasai Esports to possibly win this with all of their members currently alive. 6 eliminations to their team, and Cyanide with 3 members currently up with 6 eliminations as well. RIP, however, 1 elimination, last member remaining, and also with a syndicate. But for now, it does look like one member will go down from the side of Akasai Esports. Syndicate also will go down and will be saying bye for now, taking the number 4th spot, and we are down to the last 3 teams.
Akazaya, Cyanide, and La Familia RIP. Believe that would be Jumbo still alive and kicking, and they got a good idea. They're just waiting out these two monster teams to kind of like eliminate each other before it comes out. And that's actually pretty great because third place, I believe they already have placement points, but over here, Akazaya's Maha being ballsy, trying to see if they can walk into the Lions Den. However, will that be a good idea? It doesn't seem to be the case because B2 gets a knock on their side. And with that, Akazaya is down one healthy player, and now the playfield has been leveled out 3 versus 3.
And yeah, with 3 versus 3 right here, RP is still alive with the last member. Could be looking for a potential placement point right here. But for the side of Cyanide, it does look good from them with 2 members from Akatai Esports currently down. And right here, Akatai Esports trying to fight their way and to just win this one. But for now, Cyanide might be taking this one very easily. Akatai Esports down to the last 2 members and 1 member currently needing some revive right here. The shotgun from Shano will try to kill them, and now Rip will have to say bye, and that's gonna be an easy win from the side of SDMZ Cyanide.
Yeah. Congratulations to Cyanide for bagging the fourth chicken dinner for tonight. And of course, we're going to be seeing the statistics for this game. Wow, that's absolutely crazy. They actually shot up all the way to rank number 2. And with that, these are the 4 players. What are their stats? It looks like Shanu has the most number of damage. However, it's Haisam that has the most. Rather is Vito rather with the most number of eliminations coming in. Second is Haisam, and then Abi coming in third, and Shanu. Although they had a lot of damage done, they did not get any of those last hits. Still, this is just really good teamwork coming in from all 4 of these players, and so I'm really excited to see how they'll perform later on.
With 8,000 and almost 8.5k of total healing. So it was kind of a bit of a fast game. And, I've said it a while ago, it was kind of fast because we could really just expect them meeting each other. With that kind of placement from the flight route and facing downwards to the circle of the map facing upwards. It was just hard to end it one in a long game. But for now, here we have our team comparisons right here with the Cyanide versus Akazaya Esports.
And it looks like Akazaya dealt more damage. And with that, Manu from Akazaya, they do have 3 eliminations to their side, and they dealt the most damage on this game with 837 on their side. And of course, coming in seconds, Val with 600, V2 with 399, almost 400, Exis never leaving this part of the leaderboards with 535, and Haysam coming in fifth with 312. And so these are your top players for this map. And of course, these are some of the familiar names. And this is the rankings for this game. CND, of course, they did get that chicken dinner plus 9 eliminations on their side. Coming in second, Akasaya with 13. That is 3 teams with 7 points. That's OPZ, Skyforce, and Syndicate. RIP with 6 points. And Lons Esports, BLK, NG, DMT with 5 points each. SDMZ with 2. TM7, La Familia, Tranquility, and Dino with 1 point each.
Cyanide getting those winner chicken dinner and also 9 eliminations to their team. They could actually move up the ladder, but for now, here we have our overall top players. That's gonna be XSRR from Lons Esports, Botbro from OPZ, Mano 17 from Akazaya Esports, Maha from the same team, and V2 from Cyanide.
And of course, this is gonna be the overall standings so far. So Akazaya, they still have that number 1 spot, and they managed to put a pretty big gap between them and the number 2 spot, which is Cyanide and Lons, both of which have 39 points. And Sky has 36, OPZ has 34, NG's 32, and so the gaps between the top 7 teams actually is quite little. Maybe SDMZ and NG, they have quite a big gap, but that's nothing compared to, say, DMT's 19 or Akazaya versus Cyanide 39. So, pretty excited how this will play out. We're gonna have 2 more games later on, one with Sanhok and one with Erangel. So this will be our first Sanhok map later on. So I'm really excited to see, how these players will play out, because Sanhok's quite different from Miramar and Erangel. It's quite a small map. So you know what, Mike? really gonna be excited to see what map 5 will bring us. That was an exciting 4 games, but before we witness the next game, we will be going on for a short break. So I'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusa liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fenta, tuga veche, libe fa.
Salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusa liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fenta, tuga veche, libe fa.
Salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusa liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fenta, tuga veche, libe fa.
Salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusa liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fenta, tuga veche, libe fa.
Salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live. Just salima fighti live.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai. Live it.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ fascia e sali trendaka e chi vaji duwa
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta magutung ufala libe huwa fenta tuga vecce libe fa
Salima fighti libe Salima fighti libe Salima fighti libe Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನೆಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎ ಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಲಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta magutung ufala libe huwa fenta tuga vecce libe fa
Salima fighti libe Salima fighti libe Salima fighti libe Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆಬೊಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನೆಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎ ಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಾಲಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusato liberi technology libe kuri eroma eko haru fatuga tibe hus baguta magutung ufala libe huwa fenta tuga vecce libe fa
Salima fighti libe Salima fighti libe
Let's go, everyone. We are now back right here for the Ordination's Ultimate Gaming Festival 2025. We are your shoutcasters once again. This is Mike, and with me is.
Was that? Of course, I am Annie, and this is gonna be map number 5. It's gonna be really crazy because this is gonna be our first Sanhok map. So this is gonna be a lot of surprises for these 15 teams. They don't know how they'll fare on the Sanhok map, especially with these 14 other teams that they're gonna be facing. And Sanhok is very different from the previous two maps. Those two maps are quite huge, so let's just wait and see. It's gonna be a quick game, hopefully. So we'll just have to see what's gonna happen next.
I'm kind of intrigued on the Sanhok being played as the fifth game, because compared to the previous tournaments where Sanhok where Sanhok is like the warm up game, or the first game, it's sort of like an RNG style, if it works like that. But for Sanhok to be placed at game number 5, it does change it from an RNG perspective to just a win it, like a very strategized game. I think it's just gonna be like that. So we could be expecting a little bit longer type of game for Sanhok. But yeah, how about you, Annie? What do you think?
I'm hoping it's gonna be a fast game, but it'll all depend on these players. We noticed from the first two maps, and on the fourth map a bit. They like playing really safe, so there's a chance that this won't be a fast game. But knowing Sanhok being quite a small map, they're gonna be forced to face each other. So it's a 50-50, honestly, on my side.
And yeah, I think it's gonna be like that. But I'm really just intrigued on the arrangement of the games with Sanhok being game number 5. It's just gonna be probably a lot of strategized gameplay. I think we could. My predictions that is that like I think Akazaya would be one of those finalists for this game, to be followed by Cyanide and Lots.
Mhm.
However, it could be a chance for Rip, because what I've noticed from Rip last game is he's also able to just play this one through placement points. But yeah, if you're gonna depend on placement points, it's just gonna be hard.
Yeah. So you'll have to get that elimination, that those elimination points as well. It's a balance, and it can be solved by strategizing. But once again, it's quite easy to say, but hard to kind of execute. So it's gonna be up to the skill sets of these players as well as their communication with the rest of their team. So coming in, we're already almost 3 minutes into the game, and we're gonna be seeing our first elimination by Thugs of La Familia RIP. And so with that, that's gonna be bye bye for one player on the side of forgot, but one of them is going down.
And yeah, the play zone will start to constrict right now, but it will not uh, influence players from moving for now. It will just give them a little bit of a heads up, and just like that, we can't really just expect a lot of things that will be happening. But yeah, for all these teams, back to just regular old PUBG, just looting, gearing up, and later is just gonna be the action.
Yeah, good old PUBG, good old early game, gathering resources, securing some locations for our future any future game any future engagements rather. And so with that, actually DMT, they're quite near another squad, but over here Syndicate is having an engagement against Tranquility. So gonna want to watch that, but of course we can see that there's only 57 players left, so there's a lot happening. I hope was getting shot at, and with a blink of an eye, they're on the red and they need that to revive.
And yeah, Mintu will be running away, half HP remaining. And while that was happening, it does look like Orpheus will go down, just waiting to confirm the kill. And yes, they have confirmed that one. Aoko will also get downed as well, getting shot by Manu 17. And that would be it for now. They have managed to escape and run away.
Yeah. And speaking of escape, looks like Admiral will be finding that. Admiral's on the red, getting surrounded by the rest of the players of Akazaya. Why were you all alone? That is something I really want to know. But in the end, Akazaya will have to revive Madhu, who's quickly losing health. But on the other hand, they came out more or less, pretty good. So they have two eliminations on their side, and they still have all four players left standing.
For Akazaya Esports right here still. They have managed to get 2 points, and with that, they're still currently alive, though they are damaged, but they have their bandages, they have their medkits. They're just gonna use that to go back online. And yeah, with the rest of the members, it seems like EMT will be needing to revive one of their members.
And that's definitely the case. But for now, it seems that Syndicate, they have one elimination on their side. And so they'll be hunting down some more, but for now, looks like Tranquility's Titan will be surrounded by the members of Syndicate. So it's not looking good for them, but still, on the other hand, whether or not Syndicate has the information that, Titan is all alone, it might not be the case because they're playing it safe right now. They're, trying to see if they can get some more information. They don't know that Titan's all alone. They don't know that Tranquility, none of their players are nearby, so, they can go in and try to get that kill, but they choose not to.
For now, Syndicate, with the rest of the members still up and running, and just looking for new places to stay, and just doing a little bit of a survey around the circle right here. If they ever spot one, then they can go for the kill, and if not, they continue on around the circle.
Yeah, and that's the plan. And it looks like Syndicate will be making their move, and Titan tries to get the last stand. However, Bogube gets that kill in the bag, and of course, Syndicate they loot him up, and that'll be the end for Titan. And now, just taking a look at the map, it looks like that circle will be favoring the eastern part of the map around Camp Bravo and Paradise Resort as well. Some of these teams, especially Lons, all the way down there at south, they will have to go ahead and rotate towards the northern part of the map if they want to kind of like join in on the action. However, lots of interesting things are definitely gonna happen sooner or later because there's a lot of people in that area.
But of course, I look at the southern west of the circle right there. There are a lot of teams kind of compressed into each other, and I think we can see some live action later on if one of them spots each other, and it's just gonna be a bloodbath from that place. But I think for now we'll be going back to the chill games right here with Anish 7 from LF Skyforce.
And they're all kind of just keeping the place up. And it's never too late to go and go ahead and gather resources. I mean, especially if you've gone from a previous engagement, you're gonna be losing a lot of resources, so it doesn't hurt, to get more. And Akazaya over here, they have control over this compound. They're just waiting for any unfortunate squad to pass by, and they'll go ahead and kind of loot them up, shoot them up. And it looks like on the kill feed, Syndicate has a skirmish with BLK. That kill in the bag, but however, they'll be traded off for Cloud, trade after trade, and it looks like BLK is quite in trouble. They're losing player after player, but it seems that they'll be having two players left, so they're still in the game.
And yeah, for this team right here with Syndicate, once again, pretty much all of them are alive, just waiting for it. But the off screen right here, we do see a lot of kills and a lot of downs. We could be looking to confirm that one, but for now, Shanu now will go down and will have to be eliminated. Nahil going for a heal right there with a low health remaining, and now Dino will also go down and will now be eliminated.
Yeah, and speaking of which, if Syndicate doesn't get a move on, they're gonna get eliminated by the circle. But I'm sure they have a lot of healing items still, and they have that car, in order to rotate into a much safer area. So we're gonna be doing that, and of course, taking a look at the statistics, it looks like we still have 14 teams left in the game, and that's a little bit uncharacteristic from for like Sanhok, but still we're gonna be expecting a really quick game because this is quite a small map and there are a lot of people who've already kicked the bucket.
And yeah, there we go. TM7, one member remaining, and Tranquility will go down with two members ready. Rip and LF with still pretty much alive. BLK with two members down as well. But DMT currently three members up, but now looking at the circle right here, it does look like majority of the teams are already into the circle, but does looking at it as well, we can see that the circle is starting to compress once again.
hmm And so that circle is gonna be really small now. They're gonna force people to kind of face each other, and I'm really worried about the western part of that circle because there's a lot of people standing by, but unfortunately they don't want to engage with each other. We're not seeing anything on the kill feed. I'm not even hearing any bullets, so everyone's just playing it safe. They want those placement points, they want those eliminations, but in order for that to happen, they're gonna have to play the waiting game, be really patient, and enter these battles with a plan.
Lucy Tan right here from STM's new generation. Um, I think they're trying to. I think they already spotted some enemies and they're looking for potential kills. But right here from new generation, still they need a few more kills, especially that they haven't got any yet.
Mhm. They'll have to go and step up and try to find those kills because elimination points do matter. But still, they can't force it because if you force it, you'll probably like end up getting eliminated yourself. But right now, it looks like they have a potential squad to go against. TM7 is at the distance. That goes the same with OPZ as well. So whether or not NG will be choosing to engage with this in this battle, it's something we'll find out later. But for now, it looks like they'll be playing the waiting game a little longer, but they won't have a choice once they get shot at.
A couple of shots to hopefully get him right there, but it does not count, and it will not be enough to take him down. Matu X from La Familia Esports will also be looking for potential kills. Only their team will have 1 point, and they have to get more. But BLK from STMZ will also go down, and now 13 teams remaining for map like Sanhok at 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
12 minutes in, and we're still 44 players left remaining. But on the other hand, AKZ, they have their own battles right there, and as well as another team. It looks like LF has one player that needs a revive. And still, surprisingly, for Sanhok map, there's still so many people alive. Taking a look at the teams, there's a lot of teams with still four players left standing. However, that's gonna change really quickly because I can hear some bullets coming in, and we can see the kill feed. It looks like Madu will be getting knocked down, and Iyad from RIP will be saying RIP right now.
Akasaya Esports once again could be looking for potential kills, the grenades going in, the smokes going in as well, hoping to get one down. But right here, they are currently just stacked together. They can't find any enemies and will be staying for now as they look for other upcoming enemies.
Yeah, they just have to wait for the right moment to strike, and that's exactly what Akazai is doing right now. And with that, NG, they're also waiting as well. They know Napoleon's there. They're out in the open. Sensei, why were you walking out in the open knowing that there's someone right there? Or did they not have that information? That's gonna be the question. But they do get punished for just walking out in the open. Mintu, however, gets away with their lives. Lucy does not get that complete elimination, but still, that was a good amount of damage done.
And yeah, Seek 66 still looking for enemies. And I think they have settled on their location for now. With the rest of the teams pretty much alive, but once again, we can see a lot of action right here. Mano 17 will go down. Saabe from Cyanide will also go down, just waiting to confirm those skills. But from LF right here, two members currently alive and one member needing that revive. Cyanide still waiting to revive their teammate, but for now, Viper will be saying bye bye because you will get eliminated and will have to depend on his teammates to go for the chicken.
Oh my gosh, that grenade was hitting them point blank. It looks like Lawrence is out for blood, but Haizam gets out and does not walk away with their lives. Lawrence manages to wipe out Cyanide. That's absolutely crazy. They walk away with 3 eliminations as well. However, the action's not over just yet. OPZ, they have their own kills as well. And with that, doesn't seem that they have the eliminations that they need, but they did get one, and they still have all four players standing, so it's looking good for them.
Lawns Esports covering their tracks before they move to another location. This is gonna be a little bit challenging, but for now, right here with Vecta, a couple of sprays, hoping to get him down, and he does get him down, just waiting to confirm that kill. But while he was shooting and praying to take him down, he does get eliminated, and LF RIP will have to say bye for now.
And with that, we are left with 11 squads. And that's gonna change really soon if Pokety doesn't get out of there. Sky, they are doing quite well. They have control over this compound, but there are lots of people outside. And so this is gonna be one of the most intense parts of the Sanhok map. We're 16 minutes in. Later on, in a few minutes, we're gonna see a lot of players going down real quickly. But for now, everyone's biding their time. Everyone's waiting for the right moment to strike. And so, with that, we're gonna wait as well.
This is gonna be another long, challenging game because I think the circle is heading towards a very big area, so the results are kind of a bit easier to predict. But right here, back into the kill feed, it does look like from LF, people will have to be eliminated and will get out. While right here from the side of Syndicate, Bogobe is very low and out, and he is dying. But Akaza Esports will be surprisingly saying bye for now.
Surprisingly. But yeah, it looks like we're all down to 10 teams. Lots of teams have already said goodbye. And, as you said, surprisingly, Akazaya says goodbye as well. Syndicate, however, two on the red. However, Pokete could not get the damage done enough to get like an elimination on their side. But over here, we have Sky. They have a good amount of eliminations. They have five so far, but they could do better, and they're definitely aiming for those placement points as well.
And yeah, Toma right here from the side of Skyforce will be trying their best to go for a lot of potential placement points and kills. But if you do look at the scoreboard right now, it is looking kind of slim already. Lawns Esports with three members, Sky with four, but La Familia Esports. While I was reading La Familia Esports, I have to say bye along with E2S M7. And right here, another couple of sprays hoping to
Yes.
protect them down. He goes through the smoke, trying to cover his tracks, and he does manage to find Samfi down. And right here, a little bit of those HP remaining. Could be hoping for the heal, but Tranquility will also be leading this team.
Oh man, Vasanti's the last person standing on NG. However, it does not stop them from trying to get some eliminations in the bag. Gets one, but right now he's the last person standing. He'll have to survive for the good of his team, and he's out there in the circle. But looking at SDMZ, they're trying their best as well. They have six, now seven eliminations so far, and so far they only lost Obi-Wan. Agent trying to get those sprays in. So far, they're gonna be backing off and trying to reset and see if they can get a better angle to get those eliminations.
But right here, the will be elimination down to the last five teams right here. New Generation also with the last member could be looking for the placement points, but SKR will be left alone and will have to fight for his team right here while in the middle of the gunfight. But now New Generation will be eliminated as well, and we're now down to the last four members, which is SDMZ, Ops, and the last two teams is gonna be hard. That's gonna be Lots Esports and Sky. And I've said this a while ago, Lance is a good chance right here, but Ops will get eliminated and will be down to the last three teams.
Yeah, it's not looking good for SDMZ either, but I believe that's Sky. Sky is doing quite well. Lons as well, they managed to reset. So, their prospects is a little bit good as well. But, we'll have to wait and see. SDMZ loses one player to the circle. I'm pretty sure the other one will be losing as well. So, it's probably gonna be between these two teams now. Lons versus Sky. Just waiting for the right one to try. It looks like X's is trying to get this party started. Unfortunately, won't be getting the elimination or the damage that they need. 4 versus 3. Numbers advantage going into Sky. SDMZ still staying alive outside that circle. We're gonna be seeing a lot of bullets and a lot of grenades being thrown later on.
Mm-hmm. Now with the last three teams right here with SDMZ, the last member, we could be seeing the finale. Game number five, a couple of sprays through the smoke, hoping to get them down, but they're just a little bit farther and was able to dodge those bullets before they could even connect. But right now, they are they are actually surrounding this member right here, but being shot behind, it's gonna leave them killed, and the last member fighting for his life right here behind this rock, and it could be his final hope as they are now all eliminated, and that's gonna be a winner chicken dinner from the side of LF Skyforce.
And they had their second chicken dinner for tonight. Sky once again showing us what they're made of, and they managed to put their name on the number one rank overall. That's absolutely crazy. And so I'm really excited to see how they'll perform in the later games to come because so far their track record is really great. And looking at this, Anish 590 damage with four eliminations, the highest on their team. And coming in second is Soli with 351 points. And then Pokiti with 341. Stoma with 391, both of which have two eliminations.
And yeah, there we go. For the winner chicken dinner right here, the damage is quite big, but the total healings is 6.5k, which is a little bit more shorter. And I think with this, being that shorter duration of the game, with the total healings right here, I think I was right on my predictions that it was more of a strategic gameplay rather than an RNG. What also helped was the location of the end of the teams that were a bit more scattered on the lower left side of the map, while the circle was at the upper right side. Here we have our match MVP. This is gonna be XSRR with 5 eliminations to his name.
Yeah, and 806 damage nonetheless. And X's has a really good, a really good performance so far in this last 5 games. And of course, some other familiar names coming in. And this is the rankings for this map. This is Sky getting that chicken dinner with 11 eliminations and 10 points and 10 placement points. And with that, that's 21 total points. Coming in second is Lawns with 15, SDMZ with 12. SDMZ, OPZ, and Akazaya with 7 each, Syndicate and NG with 6, and so on and so forth. Everyone else, quite little in points, but still, any points will do. Any points will definitely contribute to the leaderboards. And of course, these are our top players. X's will never exit from this with 3,408 damage so far and 20 whole eliminations as compared to the top 2, 3, and 5 with only 12 eliminations. That's a whole 8-point gap. So that's absolutely crazy from X's right here.
And yeah, watching these players right here, Axis is just really good. You no matter what game you try to put him into, which brings me to the point that these types of players that have been holding it in while not having any chicken dinners or having any winners, it is gonna be I think they're gonna make a comeback for for day number 2 and day number 3. But here we have our overall rankings. That's gonna be first taking the place is gonna be Sky to be followed by Akazaya Esports. Once again with 56 points, Launch Esports with 54, OPZ with 11, and so goes the list.
Yeah, and you can see Lawns at third place. They're only 3 points away from overtaking Sky. And if Lawns continues on with this consistent gameplay, there's a chance that they'll eventually land first place. And of course, that was match number 5, Sanhok with Skyforce once again getting their second chicken dinner. We'll be moving on to match number 6 and Erangel once again later on. So excited to see that happen because this will be the third Erangel map for tonight. I'm sure these 15 teams, they pretty much know how the other teams will work in this same map. This will be their third time after all. But of course, before we see that happen, we're going to be going on to a short break. So for those of you watching, don't go anywhere. We'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu is myung ai. Live it.
ಫೋನುಗಾ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗಾ ಎ ಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗಾ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗಾ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿಗಣ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗಾ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರಾ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶಾ ಎ ಸಾಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
Furusato liberdade, technology, libe kuri eroma, eko haru fatuga, tibe hus baguta, bagutung ufala, libe huwa fenta, fuga veche, libe fa.
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu is myung ai. Live it.
ಫೋನುಗಾ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತಾನ ಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನೀತ ಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗಾ ಎ ಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗಾ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗಾ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿಗಣ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸ saka meme taka e furi feeduga e teku toku fura e fitu cheku taka be OG fasha e sali trendaka e ki vajiduwa
فرصة لبني تكنولوجي لبي كوري إرما إكو هارو فاتوغاتي بهوس بغتا وغتون وفلا لبي هو فنتك فوغا ويتشي لبي فا
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎ ಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎ ಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
فرصة لبني تكنولوجي لبي كوري إرما إكو هارو فاتوغاتي بهوس بغتا وغتون وفلا لبي هو فنتك فوغا ويتشي لبي فا
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎ ಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎ ಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
فرصة لبني تكنولوجي لبي كوري إرما إكو هارو فاتوغاتي بهوس بغتا وغتون وفلا لبي هو فنتك فوغا ويتشي لبي فا
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai libe
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಮುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮಿಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎ ಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಳುನು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಂಡ ಸ್ನೆಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎ ಸಕ ಮೀಮ್ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟೊಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಟು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಬೆ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ
فرصة لبني تكنولوجي لبي كوري إرما إكو هارو فاتوغاتي بهوس بغتا وغتون وفلا لبي هو فنتك فوغا ويتشي لبي فا
Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe Just Salima fighti libe
ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೋಡು 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್
Edu es miang ai
And we are back to Ultimate Gaming Festival by Ooredoo Nation. This is gonna be our last match for tonight, and we are your casters. My name is Annie, and tonight would be Mike. Mike, how do you feel so far?
Well, I'm very excited. These all of these teams right now for the 5 games, they have managed to surprise us. We have seen familiar teams all around marking their territories, getting their chicken dinners, and right here for game number 6, this could end the first night.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see how this last game will play out. This is going to be the last chance for these 15 teams to get any points for tonight. And then after that, they can go ahead and, take their well deserved sleep and then, kind of reset their strategies,
True,
kind of talk
true.
it out with their coaches and maybe their players as well. So, Pretty excited. This will be our third Erangel map. I'm sure they've already watched too. So, this will be like a breeze for them.
Yeah, yeah, I think it is, and it's such a good thing that before ending this night with an Erangel map, Erangel game, or sorry, we started previously with a Sanhok game, which we know from previous tournaments that it's a good warm up game, but being put at that second to the last game, it gives them that sort of adrenaline buff to all of them. It gives them that drive to perform more and to be able to surprise us even more for the last game of the night.
Adrenaline buff. Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with you right there. This is gonna be their last chance, so they gotta give it their all. But on the other hand, it is quite late into the night, so there could be the factor of fatigue as well. But still, if these teams they really want that 100K prize pool, they're gonna have to work hard for it.
And yeah, by working hard, that also means being able to stay consistent. And talking about consistent, we have been seeing him. I think that was, you know, from the side of Lons Esports, that's XSRR. And I think, back to my point a while ago, XSRR tends to actually be able to push through, and when they actually do that, um, when they overperform in the first few days, in the last few days they perform a lot, and I mean a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely gonna happen. And with that, the flight path kind of cuts the map into half, but still that circle is gonna be favoring the northeastern side of the map. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of Yasnaya, Poliana, Rozok. I believe the school still kind of hits there. Farm and then Milta Shelter, Prison, and you know, it's gonna be depending on these teams how they'll play out. And it looks like Akazaya landed really near another team. And of course, this is Pachinki, so that's to be expected. But still, it'll be depending on who gets the better gun later on. And then, it's all about luck for now. But, maybe skill will also play a role in this particular situation.
And yeah, for day number one right here, the last match, Erangel, it does look grim from the side of Deno as they lost already. One member, I think, got disconnected, could be. But yeah, back into the game, we have seen this, and I think I'm gonna try to predict. I think the game motion right here will be a little bit slower. They have to be careful this one. It's the last game for the night before they move on to the 12 more games. So they have to leave a mark right here. Be it placement points, be it elimination points, it doesn't matter as long as they get to as long as they get a huge chunk of those points in their team before they can go straight ahead for the top rankings on the third day.
Yeah, and every point counts at this point because like you don't know what's gonna happen day number two and day number three. Maybe your team will get connection problems or something, or some teams just fall off on different days. Some teams they just go on beast mode for some reason on the last day. But what's important is that you stay consistent and you get as much points as possible whenever you can. And so this is what these teams should be working on really good for now.
Yeah, it is looking good for now. All of the teams still pretty much just going in for loots, gearing up, and just prioritizing the buildings right here. But yeah, speaking about it, other factors that could affect is the circle in the map. It could affect their momentum. It could make or break, and possibly give them a little bit of those advantages to help them win game number six. But for now, you're just gonna be watching them just slowly and surely getting those armor and bullets.
Yeah. And so with that, surprisingly, Syndicate and the other team, Akazaya, they did land together in Pachinki, but still I'm not seeing them pop up in the kill feed. So maybe they managed to avoid each other so far. And so that's good for both of those teams, but still It would have been nice to see an early game engagement, but of course, we saw the pattern in the past few games that these teams they love playing it safe even until like mid late game. They just kind of like try to bide their time, kind of like wait it out instead of going in blind, all guns blazing and stuff. So right now we're seeing the same thing. Everyone's playing it safe.
And yeah, everyone's playing it safe, and we really could expect that for the last game for day number one. Day number two, a little bit reckless, probably. That's
Ooh,
gonna be my guess. A little bit reckless, but very, very careful, maybe starting on game number four. But yeah, for game number three, that's just gonna be the judgment day for all of these teams. They would try their best, probably aggressive or being careful. It doesn't matter. They have to get a lot of points, and and I think that that goes for all, especially those that are placed currently at the bottom half of the leaderboard because they have a lot of catching up to do.
yeah. And that goes true because especially those who haven't crossed the 20-point mark just yet. Look at the Sky, they're already 57 points, they're almost crossing the 60-point mark. And so for those teams that haven't caught up just yet, they have to work extra hard, get all those chicken dinners, get all those eliminations if they even want a chance to step into the prize pool region. But for now, of course, we're seeing the leaderboards. Sky, of course, getting 57 points, but that's only 1 point away from Akazaya, the previous top one holder. And Alon's lagging behind by 2 points behind Akazaya. They have a good chance of overtaking Sky, but that will depend on both Sky and Alon's performance later on.
And yeah, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, right here. The last game for day number one for this Ordinations Gamers Land. And with this, once again, we are still looking at the fresh stages of the game and just looking at how they're gonna build these up later on before we reach the final conclusion for game number six on day number one.
Yeah, I'm really excited. But we're gonna have to wait a lot because knowing these 15 teams, they like playing it safe. We could expect maybe there's still 59 players left standing on the 15-point mark. But I'm hearing a lot of bullets right now. Hopefully, we can see, someone proving me wrong and someone's gonna, kick the bucket right now. And someone's riding a horse. OPZ versus Deno El Mago on the red needs that revive, but that won't be confirmation for now.
And yeah, they haven't confirmed that one yet. Fantastic. Oh, didn't reach that one, but gets spotted by the bullets. Will not connect, however. And will have to move down, move around the house just to be prepared and protected at all costs. And now it does look grim for them with Dano. And I think they could be the first team to get eliminated unless one of them makes it out alive. Especially right now that they're being cornered already. Ops, the grenade going in. Oop, it didn't get into the house. It's gonna be dangerous. The grenade going from the second floor right here, but he is surrounded. He is alone and afraid. Fantastic running on back and forth by side before he goes down, and he just gets killed by the rest of the OPZ.
Wow, fantastic, babe, and he says goodbye. But right now, it looks like Deno, they have El Mago needing that revive, and it looks like Salty won't have the luxury of reviving the other players. So looks like Salty will be all alone from now on. OPZ's out there at the distance. They know there's someone out there. They know they eliminated someone, and someone's probably like lagging around. And it looks like Salty really is all alone now that the other player in Deno has been eaten up by that circle. But for now, it looks like OPZ has spotted that last member of Deno. Lots of bullets coming in, but it's not looking good for Deno. It looks like this will be the end for Salty, and it will be the end for their squad as well.
Deno going by, and yeah, I kind of predicted that. Kind of unfortunate, but I think they still have a chance to fight that for day number two. Could be able to rethink their choices, plan, strategize, etc. But yeah, back into the game right here. The car goes in. A lot of bullets just go straight right in. I don't even know what's happening happening anymore. But two of those people are already down, looking for another elimination. But they're still looking for the confirmation kill. Matu being shot behind him, and he has to move back. He has to take cover, and before he has to heal himself up, especially with a shotgun, he has to position himself in a way that gives him the most advantage in going to enemies and being undetected. But for now, they're actually staring him down, not getting that kill though, so he will try to fight this one all throughout.
Yeah, and over here, La Familia, they're gonna be resetting from that engagement, but they do walk away with all four members and one elimination as well. But how long can they hold out? It looks like the other team has backed out. Everyone's just resetting, and so it's back to being the waiting game. Not for long, however. Syndicate's about to walk into the territory of Sky. What will Bogobe do at this point? Let's see, because everyone else is gonna come in, swoop and try to get those eliminations. It looks like it will be a bloodbath from now on. No one going down just yet. Bogobe all alone, and now they have a backup. Looks like lots of fire coming in. Cloud will be go down first, will get eliminated completely by Anish. Now there's only
Mhm.
three people left on Syndicate, but there are two on the red. Bogobe, the last person standing. Will he be able to revive the last two players? It looks like that won't be happening. It's not looking good for Syndicate. All the while,
Oops.
Sky, they're getting
Oops.
kill after kill after kill.
Oops. The grenade. Oops. Oh no, the grenade and just going into the house. It wasn't able to bounce properly, but it does look like one of the members of Syndicate will be having to go away as he gets cornered and just killed straight right into it. The last member, Bogobe, will be making a John Wick story right here to try his best to avenge his teammates and look for ways to probably fight back later. But for now, he has back and he has to gear up. And yeah, the rest of the team's still pretty much alive at this point, just moving around the terrain and looking for potential places to hide. But if one gets spotted, the bullets go raining down on him. But he actually manages to escape to one, tries to fight back with a grenade, but will not connect for now. Hoping a couple of sprays will take one down. But again, it's not enough.
And look at here. La Familia RIP trying to be the third party in this situation, but BLK has the same idea as well. Sky, although they do have the building in control, they're getting bombarded by utilities right now. And there's a lot of grenades being thrown. And RIP, I wonder if they know BLK is there as well. Maybe they assume that it's only one squad. But however, Molotov coming in by La Familia RIP. Looks like no one's going down just yet. It's just a lot of dodging and a lot of throwing on both sides.
Yeah, just a game of dodgeball right here, hoping not to get one down. But here, I think it's also quite equally divided. I mean, this building is equally divided between. They just have to look for ways to try to win this one. But again, they have gathered right here, looking for potentials, looking for openings, and yeah, it's just gonna be a prolonged game of dodgeball right here.
Yeah, and who will win this dodgeball? It seems that the game has gotten a little bit quiet. There are still three squads going around in this compound. And all the while, the last person of Syndicate is out there. But Jumbo does get knocked down by a player of Sky. And that's a full confirmation on their side. So that's one kill on the side of Sky. So far, they're racking up the points that they need to really solidify their position on top one. However, the skirmish is not over just yet. Sky is still on top of the building. La Familia RIP. They're trying to get the eliminations that they need. All the while, BLK is doing the same as well.
And yeah, thugs right here, La Familia RIP still um hoping they could eliminate the teams from the other side of the building, and it's just gonna be it's hard to predict which team is gonna win this one. But looking at the scoreboard right now, Sky is left with one member remaining, and yeah, kind of intriguing with Syndicate as well, with the last member currently alive at 14-minute mark.
And so that's happening right now. Still, 14 teams left remaining. So far, since Deno has been eliminated, no one has gotten kicked out of this map just yet. But we're gonna be seeing a lot of action later on because that circle is closing in on Pollyanna. And there's a lot of teams coming in and rotating into the area. So it's gonna be, a lot of bloodshed later on. But that's something to look forward to because for now it seems that Lama Familia, RIP, and BLK, they're not done with this area just yet.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much not done as of this moment, and they're just waiting at this part to look for. I don't know. It's or they could just stay here until the circle gets smaller and smaller. That it's just gonna be hard for them to get out of to get inside the circle without having to eliminate. But yeah, this is such an unfortunate spot for the last game for day number one because you have no choice but to have the face, and only one of the teams will move towards the final. And it's just gonna be heartbreaking. But yeah, back to the fight. It does look like one is already down by an enemy and looking for other members right here. Still a little bit of an advantage, but for Vecna going outside, walking through the sides, and also getting shot through the sides before he goes down. And now he's gonna have to suffer all that with his teammate being in a disadvantage as well.
hmm And right now, although there are so many teams in this area, none of them are really like, taking the risk of engaging. But that's to be expected because nobody wants to, waste any more resources than they really need. And they'd risk giving off their location as well. But right now, looking at the kill feed, LF gets a kill against Tranquility. That's not a. I don't think that's an elimination just yet. But over here, BLK versus Sky. Vile is gonna be in a lot of trouble. Jumps out of that building. Good choice. However, BLK, Moonskip will be losing their lives in the hand of Pokey. And will
Oop,
that be a
there we
second
go.
elimination on the side of Sky? It looks like there will be a revenge knockdown, no revenge kill actually, and Poison will be going down as well. Vile as well, and now it's only Boo Ali on the side of BLK that's gonna be left standing unless he can revive the last few members.
There we go. Bodali going in, jumping, trying to avoid those bullets, but in the end, he gets killed and he has to move back with BLK being eliminated, the second team elimination.
That's definitely the case, but however, it's not done just yet. Tranquility has only one healthy player left, one needing that revive, and two already down. And just taking a look at the map, it looks like that circle is gonna come in on a bunch of open fields once again, and it looks like NG New Generation is gonna have a good time rotating into the area. It looks like they won't be running into anyone else. But for now, La Familia not done just yet. They only have two players left standing. Minky trying to get that spray on. However, he's not finding the kill that they need just yet. Viper, however, gets that grenade to knock down one player of Tranquility.
Familia Esports throws into the grenade, hoping to get them down. It's been going on for quite a while in this area of the map. The action is been going on, and still pretty much alive. He goes out for the shotgun right here, and he does claim that kill. Viper will get the kill, and now Tranquility will be eliminated. Now down to the last 12 teams right here, and still DCM DMT could be fighting their way back into it, and it's kind of hard to go in aggressively at this point because you're at the lower ground and you're kind of expecting that someone from across you is already looking with their snipers, with their rifles already up, and you could just go easy. But I think for now, it's all good for them. They have the chance to fight it back once again because this is the finale of day number one.
Yeah, and finale, you gotta give it your all. And speaking of which, Akazaya, they're trying to get their first elimination. However, Manu's already in the red, needing that revived. So it's not looking good for their prospects. That's what I'm saying. Some games you just have it all, and some games you kind of fall off just a bit. But still, all that matters is you stay consistent and just do your best in the map. But for now, it looks like Akazaya was trying to get a kill on Bronze. However, they're not finding the connections that they need.
Cyanide already being eliminated, and now we're down to the last 11 teams right here. And we are taking a pause in the fight in the buildings, and they're going right here just to watch this action. And it is looking good, especially bigger area. So bigger area to fight right here, and it's just pure aim. Not really that pure aim, but most of it's pure aim. Some grenades, and a little bit more of those smokes, just to actually make the fight very very interesting. But yeah, with 11 teams right here, it is looking good for the side of Kazai Esports once again. 3 members currently alive, but the circle right now could be compressing at any time. It could be situated at the top part of the map.
And I'm really hoping to see some action, but right now it's SDMZ versus Lons, and Lons is slowly losing their players one after the other. It looks like there's only two people left, and one of them managed to heal up just fine. So, still, they're not really looking good in terms of numbers. But look at here, OPZ, four players left standing. That goes to same with NG as well. And one of these teams, they're gonna make it to the last five teams, but for now it's OPZ trying to get their sprays on, but they won't find a kill that they need just yet.
Definitely. And with that in mind, once again, new generation could be looking for a win right here. But back into the game, Rolex getting sprayed once again. We have seen this man getting tapped from time to time, and it could be his demise once again for game number 6. And back into other perspectives right here, we have La Familia RIP could be looking for potential kills before moving on into the circle of the map. But right here, Sahube getting spotted. He has to move behind the smoke to cover his tracks.
Yeah, and with that, it's once again a waiting game for everyone. Although there's another team nearby, it looks like they'll be trying to revive the rest of the players first before really engaging, which is a good plan. However, SDMZ has a different plan. They're probably gonna go ahead and try to get some kills while the other teams try to reset. And it looks like Syndicate will be losing their place in this map. SDMZ trying to get some kills against OPZ. Let's see who comes out alive out of these two teams.
Skyforce already getting eliminated as well, and now we're down to the last 9 teams. And right here from the side of SDMZ Esports, one member needs that revive so bad. And now we are back into other perspectives as well. Just I love the position right here because Mount you can really just see from afar, and he has the high ground. He can hide whenever he wants. But yeah, while that was happening, it does look like Lons Esports will go down as well. And now we're down to the last 8 teams.
Oh, and that's 20 players left standing. Akazaya having the high ground. Although, will they be able to get the eliminations that they need? I'm not sure, but all I know is that LFRIP does lose their place in this game. There's another team that loses their place as well. It looks like a lot of teams are actually kind of hanging on to a thread. OPZ quite low on health. TM7 that goes the same for them as well. LF has only one player left. They're probably gonna be um trying to hide and try to get for those placement points. But for now, it's a little bit quiet. Hopefully, we see something happening really soon once that circle closes in.
And I'm looking at the status of the players right now. Akazaya Esports currently alive with 3, and New Generation currently alive with 4. OPZ now moving it with 2 members of their name. La Familia Esports will also go down. TM7 with 1 member remaining. DMT with 3 members. And now SDMZ with 2 members and 1 down. Now here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 eliminations from the side of that team, and right here from the side of New Generation as well. They're just circling around, hoping to buy time for the placement points. But as he moves out, he gets spotted not from the front, but also from behind as he goes down, and will have to move back. The rest of the team will have to avenge him. And now, for the side of Akazaya Esports, I think they're slowly going into the action, to get a lot of elimination points and also those placement points. And right here we have it, DCM DMT will go down in history, and now it just gonna be up to these last three teams right here as New Generation will go down and TM7 also going down.
Wow, you just blink and everyone goes down actually. So we're down to two teams. One of them is Akazaya and the other one will
3v3.
be SDMZ. Yeah, this is the
Mm-hmm.
3v3. I'm not
This is good.
sure where my money's gonna go to, but one of these teams are definitely gonna win, that's for sure.
I'm guessing Akazaya. How about you?
Uh-huh. And my money's also on Agazaya actually because
Uh-huh,
they
uh-huh.
have like the chakra. What you want me to choose as the MZ? The
No, no, no. It's
statistics
okay.
lean
It's
towards
okay.
Akazaya
Oh
because
yeah,
look at
but it
that, they
does
have
look like
more
it here.
eliminations.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
With the side of Akazaya already one member going down. Oh, I think SDMC is gonna be here to claim this. But two members are currently alive as well. Akazaya, the last member remaining right here, goes into the car. That's gonna be SDMZ Esports trying to escape that one, the last member alive. And it's just gonna be a 1v2 situation right here, hoping to actually take him down. And still, with that, the determination is really strong on this one. 2v1. This is just gonna be hard. Akazaya Esports, the last member, versus SDMZ with the last two members who could win this. This is just so thrilling, and I'd love to see the end of it now. SDMZ can circle around this one, but Akazaya is also very strong. A couple sprays through the smoke will not be enough. He will not protect. But he has to also be aware of the other direction, which just happened, and that's just gonna be a winner chicken dinner to SDMZ Esports.
Oh man, we jinxed it. Why we jinxing? But still,
Mm-hmm.
SDMZ they won totally
Mm-hmm.
fair and square, and with that overall ranking is so question mark. And they did get 17 match points. What that total points? That was like 56. So that's absolutely crazy. Taking a look at the statistics, it looks like Obi Wan kind of like lost their lives very early on. They only did 13 damage. But look here at everyone else. Haiti does get three. Agent gets three as well. And the last member that is Zayu, I believe. Oh no, Zayu. Yep, that's one elimination with a lot of damage. Actually, that's 616.
And yeah, with 54 eliminations for this map, 7,000, almost 8,000 total healing. So a little bit faster, but it's not that kind of a slow burn. People were just seeing each other, and a lot of gunfights lasted pretty long. So it was kind of expected for this type of healing, and considering the time it took for this game as well. And yeah, for the comparison right here, we have SDMG Esports versus the OPZ.
And that's it. That's the comparison. It's quite close in terms of damage, in terms of knocks, and OPZ only has one more elimination than SDMC. But in the end, it's SDMZ that really, came through and got that winner chicken dinner and got that well deserved placement points in the bag. So that's definitely gonna help them, climb up the leaderboards. But still, a lot of these teams they're gonna be vying for that first place as well. But still, once again, this is day number one. This is the last match for today. So lots of things can happen later on. And of course, this is the match MVP. This is Maha from Akazaya with wow, that is 1,173 damage just from one person.
And yeah, there we have it. From Akazaya Esports with Maha. Still, looking at the top players right here, the damage is really insane. And for Akazaya Esports, we've been really observing them. I know we all did observe Akazaya Esports. They have been looking for a lot of placement points, especially if they have been finalists for I think most of these games. And yeah, I mean for the rest of the members as well, we have from LF, we have from Sky, we have SDMZ. I mean, these players are also remarkable. For this match, we have it with the SDMZ getting the chicken dinner to be followed by OPZ and Akazaya Esports getting the third. And we have TM7 and LF Skyforce.
So far, it's Akazaya that's been pretty, consistent so far, and
Mm-hmm.
they're probably gonna hold on to that top spot on the leaderboards really well. But that's gonna depend on how they perform in day number 2 and day number 3. If they keep this up, if they keep staying consistent, I'm sure that they'll probably be like, absolutely crazy on the leaderboards. But right now, we're on the top players. Exis still has not exited
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
from this leaderboard, but still, it hasn't moved though. He still only has 20 eliminations, and coming in seconds, Maha with 16, Watbro with 14, Haiti with 11, and Soli with 12.
And yeah, watching these once again, we have our top five players right here, which will be a major part for day number 2 and day number 3 because we will know their progress from day number 1 to day number 3, and it's all about consistency. And when it's all about consistency, they really have a chance to fight it back and just be able to catch up to the other teams.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. And this is what I'm saying. Akazaya, consistent. Even though I believe they've won one or two chicken dinners only, they still managed to hold on to that top one. Although they did, concede that top one spot in the previous leaderboards, they climbed up once again with 69 points. Coming in second, the Sky with 64. That's a 5 point gap. And coming in third is SDMZ with 56. Lons with only 1 point away with 55, and OPZ with 54. Again, 1 point.
Yeah. And yeah, there we have it. Our overall standings. They still have a chance to win this one for day number 2 and day number 3. But yeah, we also have our chicken dinners right here for match 1 to match 6. I mean, it's all different. And when it's all different, it's just amazing to look at, because you never quite know what you're gonna get on day number 2 and day number 3, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that, right? Like some teams just surprise you in day number 2 and day number 3. They just suddenly, maybe they ate something different that day. I don't know, but still, that's something to look forward to tomorrow and on the day after tomorrow. Once again, this is Ooredoo Nation's Ultimate Gaming Festival 2025. We were your casters. My name is Annie. Mike was with me, and this will be the end for tonight's stream. We'll be seeing you tomorrow for day number 2. That will be map number 7 towards my math is pretty bad, so that's 12. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow.
ಫೋನುಗ ವಿಬುಳಿ ಹಯಾತ ನಟುಂಗುಳಿಲನಿ ತಕುಮ್ಮೀಸಕಿ ಮೇಜುಗ ಎಫಶಿ ಗೇಮುಗ ಕುಡುರು ಸ್ಪೀಡುಗ ಎ ಪಬ್ಜಿ ಗಡ ಸ್ನೈಪ್ ಕುರೆ ಎಸ ಕಮೀಂ ತಕ ಎ ಫುರಿ ಫೀಡುಗ ಎ ಟೆಕು ಟಕು ಫುರ ಎ ಫಿಡು ಚೆಕು ತಕ ಎ ಓಜಿ ಫಶ ಎ ಸಳಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಕ ಎ ಕಿ ಬಜಿದುವಾ